Warning, the following broadcast contains strong opinions, playful antics, and controversial topics causing off-the-rails fun. Chances for being offended are higher than average for sensitive people. Viewer discretion is not advised. Live a little and have some fun.
Well, good evening, everybody, and welcome to another episode of the Coach's Box. Fellas, how we doing this evening?
Hey, it's another great hot day.
Man,
Sure.
Man, it's hot.
It's hot. Too hot for the hot tub.
Yeah,
Wow.
What's that line from Good Morning Vietnam? How hot is it? Damn hot.
There's a lot of other things that he says, but we can't say those.
You can't say those on the air. Who cares? Nobody's listening anyway.
This is a family show.
This is a family show. It's a family show. I hate
Family
marking
show.
that E on the thing saying explicit.
E for everybody?
That's exactly what it is.
everybody. Yeah, I should like in the car. E is for enough.
Well, you know, I do know at least we're having one viewer tonight, and that is Coach Rhodes. He said, I'm going to watch it anytime. It's free entertainment.
Free?
There we go.
Free.
Wait a minute. I didn't put it behind a paywall?
He said free entertainment.
You know on YouTube when they tell
Free
you...
has a pair of E's in it.
Yes, it does.
Yeah.
When you put it on YouTube and you want to monetize it, it gives you an option, like an option to do a membership thing. And I was like, ooh, we could do memberships, but that would cost money for
Who
people.
wants to be a member of the coach? Who would
Nobody
pay
would.
to be a member of the coach?
Nobody. We can't pay people to get on the show. Oh, no, wait. No, I take that back. We get people who always want to, like, hey, can I be on the show? Why didn't you guys ask me to be on the show? It's like, all right, you want to be on the show? No, I don't want to talk in front of people. You get all scared and stuff. Like, what the hell?
That never
Don't sit there and say, like, well, you never asked me to be on the show. And then all of a sudden, it's like, hey, you want me on the show? No.
It's probably because you embarrass the crap out of people, like when
Okay.
you put the commercials out of
Yeah, so?
us just laughing at each other for 10
Is
seconds.
that not great?
That's hilarious. It is hilarious.
Zach's is pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're welcome.
I'm going to do it live.
Are we on? We on? Kind of like right now. Are we on?
Yeah.
Are we doing a show? Are we on? Are we live? Did
free.
you push the
Oh.
red button?
Hey, there went that agenda again.
I gotta say.
So with
over under.
letterhead.
Hey, as long as it's free, it don't matter.
Doesn't
Yeah.
matter. Hey, we're having fun.
Don't
Exactly.
matter.
Yeah,
It's free,
It's all
too.
good. All right, so Zach, why don't you just bring the people into our first topic
Man.
here?
Well, I was
Let's
gonna say, talking
get
about
going.
fun, there's some not so fun things happening on into the Big Ten right now, and I mean, if you're Northwestern, if you're Michigan, if you're Minnesota,
Kisner Homer, sorry.
Oh, okay, Kisner homered. I thought he got out. I thought he was.
No, it was Contreras got hit in the back of the head with the bat, and so he got out.
Yeah. Oh, I thought
He
Kisner
came out
And
of
then
that
he
game.
came in, and now he's hit another dong.
There we go.
Yeah. Up,
He did
trade
what?
him. Trade him.
Ding
He's
dong
hot.
Johnson.
Trade him.
Yeah, he's hot right
Get
now.
rid of
Let's
everybody.
get something for him.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
No, but anyway,
Yeah.
I mean, there's lots of stuff going on in the Big Ten, and there's lots of different scandals, if you will, and it's been going on
Scandalous
for the last
behavior.
couple. Yeah, that's what the
Tell
word
you
on the
the
street
scandal
is.
I'm seeing,
And
if they trade Arenado,
Yeah, this guy.
I might blow
Why-
that place
why-
up. But anyway, go
Why?
ahead.
And all these scandals, and it doesn't even
Hey.
involve Ohio State.
I know.
Hey,
Yet.
you write up this
Yet.
nice agenda. It
I
even
know.
has the letterhead,
I know.
and
I
it's
don't
like,
care about Jim Harbaugh getting suspended.
well, then let's talk
it brings
about
us
what
what
Jason
is it?
wants to
Just-
Hey,
just-
let's
can
do
we-
all
can we
the
do the
things
things
that
like we're
you
supposed
want to
to?
do.
Jeez.
I'm sorry, I'm back.
Go ahead.
I
Go
saw
ahead.
that Arenado, I got mad. But go ahead.
Yeah,
We're off the rails.
Off the rails
That's
already. 5 minutes
That's one
in.
of our things.
Do we ever
so that's-
follow an agenda?
So that's where that
Sometimes.
name came from.
Yes.
I've been wondering about that. Where did Off the Rails Media come from?
Well, we just kind of made it up on the. Well, Jim made it up.
I
on the
thought
fly.
it,
think Jim-
I honestly thought it was going to be no freaking agenda. Media?
Who made it up?
I think
What?
Jim did
What's his
one
name?
time.
Is it Jim
I
Powers?
don't think
The guy
so.
who's not here.
I
Oh,
think
Jim
somebody else
Powers.
made it up, right?
Jim Powers.
No.
No,
Jim Powers.
Don't you ever give any kind of credit to anybody.
Tim Winkler?
Well, I won't because
Tim
Jim
Winkler?
Powers is never here, and he still owes me $20. That was 4 weeks ago.
Has it been that long?
I think so.
My Venmo's at Coach Jarvis.
We need to just start putting our Venmos underneath our pictures. Just
Yeah.
hey, if you're feeling sorry for us,
No, I know what we need to do. We need to make those things. This is great.
Oh, shit.
Put our Venmo up there, and then it tells you to they can pay to make us do something like. I gotta flip.
Jason,
I gotta flip off Zach McVey. Or I gotta,
$30 if McVey punches Jarvis.
okay, let's
Jason, Jason. I think they have sites for that.
Yeah.
I was going to say,
They're not. It's not a Venmo thing.
Oh well, I'm just.
next thing you know, Jarvis. Jarvis is just going to have pictures of his feet up there.
Well, can you explain to me what these sites are?
I can't because I don't look at them, and I ain't got the kind of money to
Sounds
throw
like
at
you
them.
had a lot of information there. I thought you were going to go.
I don't live under a rock.
It's not free.
That's the problem. It's for not free.
It's not free. I only care about the free stuff here. Okay. So back to what counts.
I don't know. It's this Jarvis show right now.
So the Northwestern. Go ahead. Just brief summary. So at least you go ahead and tell
I
everybody.
can say something. I'll have
There
no
you
idea
go.
what's
Go
going
ahead,
on.
Zach.
Football coach was fired. Baseball
knew
coach
that.
was fired
For what?
for the scandal that's going on with hazing. And so they're talking about throwing phrases like lack of institutional control, just a lot of things that, I'm sure we all probably grew up in a day where there was some hazing. Maybe there was some, freshman hill. Maybe you got thrown in the lockers.
No.
Maybe there was dazed and confused soap hole style. Where you just got the paddle and things like that.
Pacifier?
What kind of stuff do you guys?
But the stuff
That was on the movie.
Yeah, it was on the
Days
movie.
and Confused.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
just.
Oh, well, I was like,
You watched a movie?
well, that's a movie I can remember.
he can remember.
That's the one you can remember. Yeah.
That was before the
heck yeah.
CTE.
There's a great one. There's one great
That was only after his first
line
concussion.
in that movie, but I will tell us off the air.
I was gonna say. All right.
So,
All
right, so-
all right.
So the basketball coach wasn't fired, though, right?
No,
No.
not
He had nothing
yet.
to do
No,
with
no.
that.
Football.
Not yet.
No, because
Football.
basketball coaches are good people.
And he's a Collins. He's from Benton, Illinois. Hey, he's a great
there we
person.
go.
Oh, well, then they're
I
with
was
the
wondering
good.
where you're going with that.
The good people.
There it is, right there,
See,
right
I know,
there.
I know.
So the from what I've gathered from it is they say 11 players so far that
have come forward. And some as far back as 2015.
Yeah.
Didn't they have a one of the volleyball players even come out and say like this
Yeah.
happens? This is
This
not
happens
just a football
and,
thing.
And it's leaked into Minnesota. PJ Fleck at Minnesota is now getting into this. Players are coming out with toxic environments
Man,
and
goodness.
things
Making
like
the
that.
Big Ten look great.
Hey Jim, what's going on with the Big Ten?
Man, Jim is Ohio. Well,
Well, I guess Ohio State's paid enough to keep everybody else
that's
quiet
what I
over
was going
there.
to say. The Ohio State has paid off everybody.
That's where your $20 went. That went to Ohio
Probably
State to
right
keep
donated to the
booster,
Buckeyes.
the booster
Friends of the
fund
program.
Yeah,
Hey,
Booster Club.
Hey, everybody at Ohio State gets NIL as long as you don't say anything. Those are called signing NDAs, non-disclosure agreements.
Not NILs.
I wonder.
NDAs.
I mean, you could.
What? Oh, I'm sorry. Coach speak. No.
How many schools? I mean,
Everyone.
there's a thing that you have to do as a younger player, and I'm not saying being hazed, but I'm saying there's things that you have to do within reason.
there's a
that's the thing. I don't
massive
think there's-
thick line between
Yeah.
what was going on at Northwestern and having the freshmen carry pads,
Right.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When you're talking about
or getting water, or
Well, I
you know,
don't know the specifics.
Well,
of what was
when you're
going on.
talking about different orifices and things going into
Well,
all that,
yeah, that's a little bit.
There was
Dangerous.
That's not good.
They had to keep
That's
tabs
dangerous.
on freshmen. Some kids got punished because they kept some of the freshmen hidden, didn't tell them where they were, so they couldn't be hazed. The
Oh,
upperclassmen
boy.
were going into rooms overnight and doing things. It wasn't good at all in any way, shape,
It sounds awful.
It is. It was.
Yeah, definitely does.
It probably, and the thing is that's probably going on at any number of schools. It's
Well,
still
That's
going
what
on.
I was getting.
I'm sure it is. I mean, and hazing's something it's like you said, it's going back a long time.
Well,
just-
we're talking athletics. You're not even talking about the fraternities and
Good
all
gosh.
of that. I mean,
I pledged a fraternity. There was
How'd that
no
go?
hazing involved.
That sounds like complete fabrication, Jason.
yeah.
That you remember.
You remember.
He was a little dazed and confused.
All right.
Oh man!
Thank you, sir. Can I have another?
He was Frank the Tank over
The
there.
coach's speak has gotten to,
You're my boy,
gotten
Blue.
to me now.
Why is this rope tied to the?
That's
Yeah.
But I mean,
That's something.
so let me ask you this. I mean, if it comes out because it's in the investigation
Apparently it did.
phase, what do you think? What do you think the punishment should be? I mean, is that death penalty esque?
They're not going to give anybody the death penalty.
No, nobody's getting the death penalty
Unless you're
again. The
Mizzou.
NCAA has said it. After what happened to SMU, nobody's getting the death
Listen,
penalty ever
hey,
again. But coach is being fired.
Is that prison time?
Show cause will probably be, and there probably should be some prison time involved with this. Some of this, players wise, the coaches, other than just looking the other way, I don't know technically whether that's
The
can be
coaches
something
didn't.
illegal.
The institutional control part, you can lose your. You're going to lose your job. It's going to happen. Yeah.
And I don't know in this environment if someone like Pat Fitzgerald gets hired anywhere else anyway.
No, probably not.
So he's done with he's done with coaching football.
Yeah. The only way that they can send any kind of message to make this all stop across the board is to actually somebody has to throw the book at these guys who cross the line.
The players.
Yes,
Okay,
yes.
is this akin to back in the 1950s with the scandal with the shaving points in New York,
the
with
CCNY?
basketball,
Yeah.
and all that, where some players got some prison time.
Yeah.
Got prison
I mean,
time.
is that-
The NBA banned those players from taking part in the NBA.
Is that? Does that stop this? Does it stop this on a national
I think
scale?
charges
I don't know.
do. I mean,
I think prison time.
Players get arrested all the time at college.
prison time.
It's a big word.
Difference. Wait.
No,
in,
there's a
in-
difference,
in
yeah.
Illinois, you can be arrested for things. They're just not going to keep you. It's true. Oh, second degree murder. Here, hang on. Just do your fingerprints and just go ahead and go. You don't have to come back. It's okay. We just know you got.
Yeah.
Sponsored by Benton.
Well,
Benton
Benton,
Rangers.
Illinois.
Benton
Benton,
Sheriff's,
Illinois Rangers,
Benton Sheriff's Office.
where we don't want Rangers to be running around with guns. No, just sticks.
Here's your whistle.
Just your
Slingshot.
whistle.
Here's a
Your
rape whistle.
taser. No,
Stop that, please.
They probably don't even let them use tasers in Illinois.
What about a wooden gun?
One of those rubber band guns.
Yes.
It makes
Yes.
noises.
I want you used to get when you were a little kid that pop.
You can't even.
one of those
a camp
toy
gun would be too
lightsabers.
much right now too.
It would be.
Yeah, you can't do that, especially in Illinois. You definitely. Well, wait a minute.
Isn't Northwestern in Illinois?
It is.
Yeah, it is.
Well, it's Chicago. Is that
So
really
you never know
Illinois?
what's going to happen.
Well,
over
it
there.
didn't fall under that list that we read that time.
That's for
But
sure.
all those things.
Did you hear what he said?
What?
You never know what's going to happen over in Illinois.
That's true, man. The czar is on top of stuff. Let me tell
Especially
you.
when you get the more north you get. You really don't know what's going to happen up there.
So any of
Oh.
you Northern Illinois viewers, we are sorry.
we're sorry that
But
Riley just offended
Riley
you
has
guys.
offended you guys.
We try to, if we're going to offend Illinois, it's just the whole state.
Yeah. We're inclusive.
We're very
I'm just
inclusive.
being honest.
There you go.
Very
Good
inclusive.
word. Inclusive.
Inclusive. We
I
don't,
acquiesce, but this is inclusive.
we don't just pick on one group of people. It's everybody.
I mean, everybody knows it in the state of Illinois. What it goes on in Chicago, it
Whoa.
runs the whole state.
man.
Don't matter
What
what you
about
do.
Springfield?
It don't matter. That's just the capital. Who cares?
Oh, why don't they just move it to Chicago?
Well, I mean, they should have.
Why don't you guys?
Time ago.
Why don't you guys petition for that?
Yeah.
And then
How
have
about
like your
split
own
the
state.
state.
We're talking to Mr. Illinois
make
over
Chicago,
here.
Wait a minute, hang on,
Make
wait.
Chicago a state on its own.
How do you decide where the line is?
Well,
Geography, man.
Great question.
What, I-70?
I-55.
Take a
It's
boat.
a good straight line across.
It would be 55.
Wait, what are you
East and
talking
west?
about?
Yeah, 70.
Oh, look at
70 goes all the way.
this.
Oh, shoot.
Look at Blair's bomb. Well, Benton had 2 movies filmed there.
It has.
I'm sure they did. They probably broke laws while they were there and got away with it.
Got away with it.
I was involved in one of them, and the other one is on live right now. It's on
You were involved
cannot-
in the movie.
There's so many jokes and not enough time.
Do you want me to tell you what the name of the movie was?
No, you gotta wait till after hours, probably.
I got some names for it.
It's called Poor White Trash.
Oh my gosh!
Look it up.
Hey,
And the show has hit a new low.
we may have to go to break just to watch part of that.
Watch the trailer.
Wait, you're in it?
Yeah, I'm in it.
Oh
in
my
what?
God!
He's the title.
He's the definition. They say poor white trash.
Wow.
And then Blair's
Friends like these, Blair with friends like those.
Wow. Wow.
With that Kentucky hat on and
I did that on purpose.
Did you?
Because I got my Mizzou coaching shirt on.
No, that's
here,
not a
and
Mizzou shirt. It's just a Norm Stewart classic shirt.
that's a
Don't you
Mizzou
even
guy.
try.
That's a Mizzou
Don't
guy.
try.
Wouldn't be available if he wasn't coaching Mizzou.
Poser. Don't even be. Just stop.
I had
Just
to
stop.
represent both.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
Anyway, so,
you're from Illinois. You're not even representing Illinois.
no kidding.
I am.
Oh, he is. And the
Oh, yeah.
poor white
Poor white
trash.
trash.
Yeah. He represents them all the time.
Is that the name of the movie? Poor White Trash. When did this movie come out?
Look it up.
When did the movie come out?
I was a junior in high school. Came out in my freshman year of college.
I mean,
so
he does have
2001,
he does have his white minivan out there.
I
and,
do.
Well, the minivan has windows, so
Yeah.
yeah.
So we're good there.
Yeah,
It's in spray paint,
It's
free
all right.
candy on the side, so you're good.
Puppies and candy.
It's not.
Let the puppy get free candy.
This isn't like the first time a hazing event has happened. You know,
No.
No.
it's just. Gosh.
In the era of social media, everything is worse now because news travels fast. It blows up. You get all these different reports. It's not just reporters that are going to be getting the information. It is people just putting stuff out there for everybody else to see and digest. So it's bad. It's bad when you have that.
Thank God we didn't have that stuff
No
when I was in
kidding.
college.
Again,
Oh,
don't
yeah.
press.
Don't press
send.
How about don't break the law?
That's a novel concept, isn't it?
Chris Rock
Who
had
knew?
that instructional video about how to not get your ass kicked by the police, and I wish more people would watch that.
It is pretty
it
good.
is pretty good.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's still classic. It still holds up.
I would agree.
Still holds up. So yeah, and the Big Ten is also going through some other
Well, it's
crap
got
right now.
Jim Harbaugh.
Yeah, who's
is most-
always in the middle of stuff.
Well, He watched some Zoom workouts and contacted some kids during a COVID dead period.
yeah, so
Well, he bought kids cheeseburgers. That's the issue.
Well, no, he couldn't. They couldn't be within 5 feet of each other.
and
He had them
did it-
DoorDashed to their.
It was a COVID dead period. I know you guys love that. That's what I thought was really stupid about it. Like, listen, I mean, I'm not like the biggest Jim Harbaugh fan. I know Jim Powers loves Jim Harbaugh. They have the same name on purpose. Anyway,
Oh,
Yeah,
man.
Jim was named after Harbaugh.
in the maize and blue blanket.
Yeah,
Oh, I would have thought like it would have had to been Jim Harbaugh named after Jim.
No, who's older?
That's
Ooh,
what I'm
questions.
wondering. That's why
Questions that riddle the mind.
we'll ask him the next time he's on
so
the show.
what did Jim Harbaugh? Well, shoot,
won't know
we
for
won't know
another year.
for school start.
True.
So what did Jim Harbaugh? What's the deal then?
He's probably going to end
For
up getting
buying
suspended.
cheeseburgers?
No, he contacted some players and recruits during a COVID dead period.
He watched some
So that
workouts
he
over
broke-
Zoom.
and then he watched some of his team's workouts over Zoom during that same during the COVID dead period.
and he bought some cheeseburgers.
Did he really? I didn't actually. I didn't hear that part.
So he
And-
watched it during
4 games
Zoom?
is what I'm
Yeah,
hearing.
Over
'cause
Zoom?
Four
It
game
was a dead
suspension.
period. He had no contact with the student athletes.
So a 4-game suspension.
We didn't.
They self-reported, did they not?
Well, yeah, the whole
Yes.
point was that he was asked basically to apologize, and he's like, "I'm not doing that. I didn't do anything wrong." And so the NCAA, they went through. They
Michigan
went through
also did. They're the ones who blew their own
Right.
whistle on it,
it. Right.
and then allowed the NCAA to investigate. So let me get this. Here's what I like about this. This is again the hypocrisy knows no bounds with the NCAA. Kansas can basically have bags of cash to pay kids before NIL was legal. Louisville has people doing coke off of strippers. Also, Quinn Snyder did too. Nobody self-reports any of
They
this.
frown on that?
Yeah, they apparently do.
Tennessee had 200 different violations in their football
Oh, I thought you
program.
were going to say they had 200 guys. Strippers. I'm like, wow! All at the same time?
Man, Jeremy,
The same place?
that's a strip club I haven't been to.
North Carolina makes up fake classes for 200 athletes.
Yes.
You remember about this?
Yes, and then gave him grades.
And gave them grades. Don't self-report that. Nothing happens to any of these. Mizzou, hey, listen, we had a rogue instructor giving grades and all kinds of stuff.
To 15 student athletes.
Michigan has Jim Harbaugh buying cheeseburgers and watching Zooms during a dead period. You're getting suspension. You're losing scholarships, this, that, or whatever. And nothing happens to these other
Hey,
schools.
Kansas is okay.
Kansas, okay.
ESPN did a whole 30 on 30 podcast about the bag game with everything Kansas did, and they got nothing. Nothing.
Absolutely nothing.
Sickening.
That again, more reasons why I hate Kansas. More.
Agreed.
But I laugh at this again. If I'm Jim Harbaugh, I'm like, no. And I would go to court and fight it. I would definitely go to court and fight it. I would sue the NCAA because they didn't do anything about these other guys. Like, listen, you're telling me that this all got done.
I watched
and you want
the
to Zoom? Bill Self, they got bags of cash. They got drugs. They got all this other stuff. They are flat out cheating.
Don't matter.
It don't matter because he didn't self-report. That's the stupidest thing I've ever heard.
So what that tells you as a university is don't self-report.
Right.
It's
Absolutely.
Don't do the right thing.
No, do the right
that's
thing. You
exactly
should
right.
do the wrong thing. Give out the buckets of cash or whatever, and then deny.
And you'll be fine.
We got you on video. It wasn't me. Hi, Mike so-and-so. That's your name, isn't it? Wasn't me.
I did not have sexual relations with that woman.
All these guys, it's like they're just guilty as hell. No, it wasn't me. Didn't do it. The NCAA's like, you know what? You're right. You didn't. Here, have some more money. Have some more money.
Here,
It's
give
okay.
this to the next recruit.
Yeah.
And I just love how they put it. Everything was during COVID. Like they made that the big time
3 years later.
topic about it.
Yeah,
Like
it's
it was,
3 years later.
3 years later.
come on.
I mean,
It's like it just won't go away.
guys, there's no rules anyway. Just NCAA. There's no rules. Just no
It's a
rules.
joke. It's a joke.
There's rules for some, not others. That's
And
the problem.
and they let some of the things they let happen, and some of the, like letting male athletes be female athletes, and all this other stuff.
That's controversial.
Gosh,
It is, but it's happening.
You can go from being like the 312th best swimmer in the country to being the first.
if you say you're trans.
Ooh, I didn't say anyway. I said there's a way you can do it.
Well, I was just saying the way you can do it.
It's called the weight room.
The weight room.
What happens in the weight room?
You get stronger and faster.
Oh,
I don't know where you guys are talking about all this.
my bad.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Move
Bigger,
on,
faster,
dude.
stronger. What's wrong with
It's
this?
bigger, faster, stronger.
Yeah.
And you can see in the pictures when one person's like really tall and the other one isn't.
That's all because of the weight room. Just ask him.
It's weight room.
It's weight room.
Lunges.
He's clanging and banging.
Develop your Adam's apple.
The show has hit a new low.
Oh, that's
I'm sorry.
like a commercial break.
I'm going to tell you right now. If I'm Harbaugh, I'm just suing.
If I'm
There's
Harbaugh,
no way.
If I'm Harbaugh, I don't care if I'm suspended.
how
I'm
do you
just going
sue?
to the sideline on
Go
the first
through
game.
this. Are you going to say, what's your defense? Well, they did it. They didn't. They did it. But
Yeah,
they
how's
didn't
that work
get
with
suspended.
your
How
kids?
does that work? How does that work? Oh, so you admit that you broke the law?
No,
yeah.
no. It's okay if your lawyer says, but they did it and didn't get away with it.
If the
It's
glove
very
don't
different.
fit, you must have quit. You
Oh.
must have quit.
Oh my gosh! I don't think
Please,
that's strong.
please
defense.
let Harbaugh's lawyer be Jackie Childs.
Man, where's... Gosh.
Johnny Cochran and Jackie Childs, the dream team.
Yeah. I mean, these are those moments where we need Johnny Cochran. Oh my God. Taken
In
too
his prime.
soon.
We don't need him now. We need him
taken
from
too
like
soon.
20 years ago.
I
Taken
know,
too soon.
Taken too soon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's tough. Like Sinead O'Connor. Taken too soon.
Oh my God! So that comes across that she dies, and Caroline goes, "Who's that?"
Oh no!
I said, "Gosh darn it!" She's like, "That hit song was like the year I was born." Yep, my bad.
What year was that?
Yeah, I was a sophomore in college.
What year was that, Jason?
It was like 1990 or something like that.
It was
It was foreign.
It's nothing good.
This is the Coach's Box karaoke version.
That's why.
On this week's episode, we're doing dead artists.
That's why.
Dead or alive.
Where one of us sings the songs.
In the mirror.
That would be Beat It.
One of us sings the songs, and you chime in and tell us is that artist dead or alive?
It's a new segment, Dead or Alive.
Free falling.
Jimmy, know any Ray
that
Charles?
too soon?
He played for the Lions, didn't he?
Ray Charles. He's been brought up a few times on this show.
Zach, Ray Charles played for the Lions, right?
go.
Yeah, that's what I thought, yeah.
Oh my God!
Marvin Gaye.
Marvin Gaye.
Marvin Gaye.
Gay. Marvin Gaye.
Was that? Who was that, Blair? Yeah, Marvin Gaye. I'm like, what? in the
Wow.
world is wrong with you? That's one that you need to bring up on the past.
It's been on there. It's on like part one or
It's
something.
on the first segment, yeah.
It should be the lead
Oh.
into every best of.
Or Marvin Gaye. Gay.
Gay.
Marvin Gaye.
Oh my God!
God, I'll just keep looking at you like, what in the world? Are you okay?
That Stevie Wonder over here.
Oh,
True. Beat it. Yeah, all those. They should be the lead into.
Riley, you're in the middle of a lot of this.
Yeah, I know. I'm the
That's
laughing
tough.
stock, I guess.
Well, when you're from Illinois.
Poor white trash.
Poor white trash from Illinois.
I can't believe it. That's-
Man, hey, what episode is this?
155.
No, this is the last one.
I can see
There's
this
not
right
going to
now.
be a 157.
Herky's varsity girls go in to watch film one night, and Jarvis has rigged the room to play Poor White Trash.
I can't believe that's the name. I still can't believe that's the name of the movie.
Hey,
I'll pull it
Jillian, you need to do this when you guys go and watch film.
Oh, I'm going to definitely send the text.
My question is was that movie a knockoff of The Jerk or something?
No.
The way it starts out?
No, you'll have to watch it. You'll have to watch it.
Are you like a...
Is it on Netflix?
What do they show you in just a diaper running around? Or what?
It's a sophomore in college. What kind of hazing were you a part of?
That was between my junior and senior year, summertime was when it was filmed.
High school?
Yes. And then it came out.
Were you an
my
extra?
sophomore year.
Well, I mean, he was in the drama club or whatever he did. Yep.
Yes, I was.
Oh.
I was.
Hey, I mean, just
saying.
witness any timeout he ever calls. It's a lot of drama.
Well,
That's what a lot of our officiating friends say.
McVey still has the best timeout in the history of Robinson
There it is.
Gymnasium.
That is
Dead
true.
sprint across the gym floor.
Who's the girl on the cover?
You don't know who that is?
What?
Jamie Presley?
Oh, Jamie Presley.
Oh, she was in Joe Dirt, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had to go and pick her up at the airport in St. Louis and drive her back all the way to Benton for the show.
Here we go.
What?
Yeah, I had a fun job.
I'm calling BS.
Wait, you had
There's
a fun
no
job,
way.
or you had a fun ride back from the airport?
I had fun both.
Oh,
This
yeah.
is no,
Somebody called TMZ.
no.
It was a
no.
fun ride back. I don't know
No.
what you're talking about. You guys took it all the wrong way.
Still no,
No,
no, no.
Billy
Hell
Madison.
no.
Billy Madison
No.
over here. No, you didn't.
No, you didn't.
No, you didn't.
No. You got.
did
your mom
get paid
said you
for
got
it.
paid.
I did. Did.
How much you make?
Got paid on the ride home.
I mean, it wasn't a ton, but I
wasn't a ton.
I think I made like $4,000 over the summer doing that.
Wow.
Which was not bad for a literally less than a month.
Wow.
Back in those days, that was a lot of money.
Yeah.
Yeah. Especially in Illinois, I can't believe you didn't get
He
taxed a lot.
was a poor
And I
white
still-
trash after that.
And I still made some money off that for about 4 or 5 years.
You get royalties on that?
Yep.
How much?
Not very much.
Does it show you?
Less money than we make on YouTube.
Are you in?
Is this?
Are
is
you
this,
in the credits?
I am in the credits.
Is this like one of those things
I
where
gotta
like
look it up.
Jerry and Seinfeld
IMDb.
kept getting 32-cent checks from a commercial in Japan?
Oh,
And he
man.
got carpal tunnel trying to
I should be
endorse
putting,
the
I
checks.
should be putting this on in like other countries and me get people watching it.
Oh,
great.
We've had
we know a couple of
China
Chinese
watch it
hackers.
before.
Hey, if you're from China and you're one of the hackers, go ahead and just start.
No. We want if you're from China and not a hacker.
Not a hacker.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Oh my
we don't
gosh.
like those stupid people. We want non-hackers.
Okay, then. Blair, since you're the star of the show now, why don't you send us to break?
All right. Well, you are listening and watching the Coach's Box. We'll be right back after these commercials.
I'm a tailgater tailgating to get to my tailgate. Now, it might not get me there any faster, but hey, it gets me ready for football. Let's tailgate.
I can't go anywhere.
But you're so busy watching me tailgate that you don't see the one in front of you. And your cut rate car insurance, it might not pay for this. So get Allstate and be better protected from mayhem. Like me.
Mayhem is everywhere. Are you in good hands?
Imagine an HVAC as unnoticeable as the air itself. Sounds pretty good, huh? The new Daikin Fit. Air intelligence.
Give Home by SMCI a call today at 636-337-4444 or email them at service@homebysmci.com.
Hey guys, it's Jeff from Case and Bucks, personally inviting you and your family to come check us out. We've taken over ownership back in September. We've made some great positive changes, got the same legacy wings, got some amazing pizzas, some awesome burgers, hamburgers provided by Kenrick's. We'd love to have you down. Come check us out. The beer's cold, the air conditioning's working, and we're looking forward to seeing y'all. Take care.
For 24 years, really enjoyed being a basketball coach. When I retired from coaching, I decided that I wanted to get back into the media world. I look at it from more of a coach's point of view. I love to showcase guests. I love to tell their stories, not just locally, regionally, but nationally as well. Joe Namath, Kurt Warner, Patrick Ewing, Katie Smith. Not just talk about their accolades, but what they have given back to the game, what they've given back as leaders in their community. And I want people to be able to listen to my show and to be able to take that into their lives. They're going to be able to live their life like a champion. That's a show right there that I feel like is worth listening to.
Welcome back to the Coach's Box. I'm sitting next to a movie star.
Who knew?
Who knew?
Who knew?
None of us.
How did we just find this out?
We've been doing the show for 3 years.
I know. I've been friends with him a lot longer than that, and I'm just finding out thought he was famous for a day or two.
He's in a dirty movie. A movie.
A movie, yes.
It was about dirty.
It was.
It was about
some dirty stuff.
What did we have to do?
Huh?
What?
Beat them.
This is so bad.
I don't see this on the agenda.
Wait. When somebody calls an audible and tells us they were in a movie, it completely derails a lot of everything that we had.
I did.
And you know what's funny is we have ripped on Illinois so much, and we're just now hearing about this.
I know. We're just sitting next to a celebrity.
I don't talk about it. I don't put myself out there like that.
Jim Powers isn't even here.
I know. And
I think at this point Riley might almost be more big time than Jim.
Oh God!
What hot celebrity has Jim Powers been in a car ride with? We'll wait.
Jim Harbaugh.
Wait, who was the coach at Ohio State when Maurice Claret?
Jim Tressel.
Jim Tressel.
Man.
Yeah.
Well, once again,
sweater vest.
Sweater vest himself.
Once again, it's the name Jim.
It's the name Jim. So anyway, we got some other stuff we need to talk about. And this is going to be a first, so I'm going to let Kevin do this. Kevin, I want you to bring us into our next segment here.
Well,
really?
I was a little scared you guys weren't actually going to let us get this far.
Just tread lightly. Tread lightly on this.
So what did... Okay, I'm going to preface this by saying, do anybody remember what Ohtani turned down before the year started, contract-wise?
400, wasn't it?
$500 million for what, 15 years? 10 or 15 years.
It was a lot.
And everybody thought he was nuts for doing that.
Yes.
Kylian Mbappe, a French soccer player, one of the best soccer players in the world.
How's his last name pronounced?
Mbappe.
What?
Not of the Hanson nature.
It's like a Hanson song?
No, it's not a Hanson song.
Wait, Dead or Alive.
What sport are we talking about?
Yeah.
What?
Secrets on the air, not good. But
go ahead.
So one of the best soccer players in the world just turned on a contract.
Wait, the important part is with the money.
With a Saudi Arabian team.
Yeah.
For $776 million for 1 year.
Who the heck would pay that much money to watch someone play soccer?
And they were going to pay Paris Saint-Germain, his club team.
I don't know what that is, but go ahead.
It's his club team in France, Paris.
Okay.
All right.
Cool.
Paris. Pay them $300+ million in a transfer fee.
So that comes to about how much money?
$1.1 billion for 1 year.
$1 billion.
$1 billion.
That's for 1 year?
For 1 year.
That's insane.
You turn down that much money for a freaking year.
The Saudi Arabian soccer league is buying up the best players in the world.
Apparently they're not.
Paying them insane amounts of money. This is the first one to turn it down. We've seen this before. The
I think Phil Mickelson's thinking, wait a second, hold on here.
Hey, wait. That's for a year?
Yeah.
$1.1 billion.
Now that would be the offer. He would only get the $776.
Okay. Only. Hey, what's that after taxes? Is there any income tax or anything over there?
That's like winning the Powerball.
It's in the bag.
Oh no, it's not. It's like not
For
winning
1
the
year.
Powerball.
So, okay.
Because they take money out of that.
So here's this, and this is in comparison. Next year, the Miami Heat's full payroll for their 15 players is $186 million.
Unbelievable.
So you're pay. They offered this guy how much? 700 what?
776. He will be making if he would have taken it. He didn't. He turned it down. If he would have taken it, he would have been making 15 times what Jimmy Butler makes.
How many MLB teams would it take to match that with their payroll?
3 at least.
Okay, start at the bottom and work your way up.
Oh, well, then that's different, yeah.
It would take about
15 Oaklands.
776 million Oakland athletic teams.
What's the Cardinals at?
180.
So you'd have to have like what, 4 or 5 of the Cardinals
36,
total payroll.
It would be 4.
Four of the Cardinals payroll for one freaking guy, and that's does that count the 4? That's a 40-man roster too, isn't it?
No, it's just the 26.
26?
26.
Okay, so 26 times 4.
Plus, yeah.
So for like
Plus
100
anybody not on the 60 day.
Okay, so 100 guys, give or take, right?
Yeah.
100 players play for the Cardinals to one guy.
Yeah.
That's freaking insane.
That's stupid.
Why did he turn it down?
Oh yeah, that's the best question.
That's
Why?
the question.
Well, I mean, it's a guy that
Saudi guy.
doesn't want to play. He wants to play in France. He doesn't
Blood
want to
money.
play in Saudi Arabia. There's probably something to it where it's like, okay, you're not paying this guy $776 million, and you're not going to try to control parts of it. It's like mafia money, blood money type of thing.
Isn't that why nobody wanted to be in the live tournament because of the blood money?
I think
why
that's
it
part
was
of
such
that.
an issue.
Cut your hands off if you ain't doing what you're supposed to.
He at some point
where
could
the
be
money
like,
came
I
from.
don't want to do this anymore. I don't want to be here. And then it's like,
Listen,
you're
it's a
under
year.
the thumb of the Saudi government.
It's
at this
for
point.
a year.
Mm-hmm.
It's for a year. I would go and play in a country that I couldn't speak the language, don't care. I would hire a security
Wait,
team.
You would play soccer for that amount
I'd
of money?
play soccer for. You kidding me? I'd wear a damn dress and play soccer for that kind of money.
Clip that.
Clip it. I don't care. Save it. Whatever you want to do. Screen record it.
I'd wear a freaking Speedo.
Would you play soccer for that?
Yes, in a Speedo. Wow. For the entire year. At my current weight. Which is a lot.
Such a terrible picture in my mind.
I wanted everyone to see that, yes, in their head.
So you talk about all these
Poor white trash part two.
They can film that.
Big white trash.
They could
big
film
white
that
trash.
where I'm from.
Big white trash. Coach Rhodes, we're talking about soccer because of this insane contract and why anybody would turn that down.
And that's the most we've talked about soccer.
And that's the most we'll ever talk about it. Let's move on to the next topic.
Oh man. Okay, so crazy contracts
with crazy contracts,
and that's really what it comes down to. This whole thing is just an insane amount of money. Like the live tournament in itself is they're paying. How much money were they giving golfers to come play in their events?
Oh,
Nicholson was making
what, 120, if not more?
120, 125
and the
million.
average teacher in America averages about $45,000 or something.
And the average teacher in Missouri averages
38.5.
Base salary is 30. Did they
38.5. Inflation.
It's crazy.
You know what I should have done? I should have actually tried to play soccer when I was a kid. Could have been okay.
Wow. I can't believe how much I've heard soccer tonight.
What is up with this guy? Like,
I'm just thinking about all the money.
I've heard him say soccer more tonight than I have ever.
And St. Louis City starts in about 20 minutes.
Yeah,
And
nobody cares.
Nobody cares. I don't even know when they play, ever.
So it brings me to the next point. It's like these insane. Okay, is this going to bleed over into other sports where?
Well, sure. What do you think Otani's going to get next year?
No, I mean like with if Saudi Arabia and their countries and their businessmen and all these guys
they have money they just want to throw away.
Yeah, they're just like, it's like, oh, here, let's do this, and they're trying to get all these athletes in. I mean, do you think that they're gonna do this with maybe basketball? Or I mean, basketball is a global sport. You're not going to see it in football because it's not a global sport. But
we're seeing it in football.
But no, I'm saying with Saudi Arabia,
Not
football.
globally.
Football.
He's saying football. Not
Shut
American.
up.
Football, American football.
Okay, that's
American
Here in America.
FOOTBALL.
football. That football.
Wow, he spelled it correctly.
Football, where the men play. They hit each other for real.
He
For
got
reals.
offered $776 million.
I know, and then you go to our next topic heading in
Patrick Mahomes didn't get that kind of money.
Our running backs can't even get paid hardly anything.
So I mean, I don't think we're going to see it like with the Saudis and that. But I mean, as far as contracts go and what we're having happen here in the United States with some of these different players. I mean, Otani's going to make so much money; it's not even funny.
What I think we'll see at this point is not Saudi Arabia doing it in Saudi Arabia, but you're going to start to see some of them start to buy teams in America.
That's kind of where I was going with this.
Yeah, I mean,
somebody's not going to buy. The Mets go for sale again.
Okay,
somebody
if you're
will
gonna
buy it from Cohen.
In referencing what I was saying about the Cardinals, so basically you're saying 100 players. If you were going to throw $1 billion towards one guy, and you're the sheik or whoever's doing this, well, why wouldn't I just buy a team and then like baseball where there's no salary cap, and just say, Okay. And I'm going to make the Yankees. Hey, if the Tampa Bay whatever Rays decide to go on the market, I would get them.
But it would. They won't do. I don't think they want something like Tampa Bay. They want something flashy. They want Miami. They want New York. They want LA.
I would move them to Canada and make them the Expos. And then...
they're not going to do Tampa, but they'll do Montreal.
Dude, there's a bunch of crazy baseball fans still left up there wanting a team in Montreal.
They'd probably much prefer to move the team to Abu Dhabi and play there.
Well, the travel.
The AL East. They'll just throw money at
the AL East
Manfred.
And
Manfred, who just got a new 4-year contract.
Oh.
Don't even talk about that.
They were saying how much he's changed the game of baseball for the better.
Now, I will
Said who? Manfred? Did he release that statement himself?
Actually, it was, what's his name from MLB Network?
I will say some of the rule changes.
Yeah.
Some of the rule changes have been good.
Yeah.
The game has sped up.
It's not the game of baseball, though.
Oh, shut up. I'm such a purist, naturalist baseball guy.
Sorry, all the best players are so disappointing to him anyway. So.
I mean, gosh, we gotta. No, I should be able to take 35 to 55 seconds to throw a pitch. Why do I have to do it within this
Why
time?
can't I throw over to the first base bag 5 times in a row?
Because it's stupid.
I really wish you could do that. I think that's
boring.
a stupid rule. I think the three batter minimum is stupid too. But let's hang on. Let's.
I don't like that rule.
Let's go back. We will circle back to the baseball stuff here in a little bit.
Yeah.
So contract wise, moving on to the next thing. Now we're done with soccer.
Thank you, Lord.
We had some NFL running backs who had like
Amen.
this big Zoom call.
Was Harbaugh watching it?
No.
I was wondering.
Nobody was watching it.
And we had several of the big name running backs all had this conference call without their agents apparently, and they were discussing the declining salaries in the sport of football.
Why would you pay them?
Why would you?
I wouldn't. If I'm an owner, I wouldn't pay them. They're dime a dozen.
Well, no, I can get a third rounder. It does what you do almost.
Exactly.
I get 2 4th-rounders and
Pretty
split
sure
carries.
my camera just died over there. Way to go. So anyway, Zach, why don't you just go ahead and tell us a little bit?
Well, I mean, if you're talking about the running back, so, the issue goes back to Saquon Barkley, Jacobs. There's a third one here that they were talking about with the franchise tag. And Barkley had, on a podcast, talked about how he may or may not sit out the year because he needs some more money. But the day after they have that Zoom meeting, he signs and he goes from $10.1 million to now $11 million with all of the bonuses and potential incentives. And I mean, the issue is like, you know what? Hey, if you don't like where you're at, if you don't like how much you're going to get paid, I mean, you can always not play in the NFL, and I mean, you could go get a job as a bricklayer, as a teacher,
CFL.
Go play in the CFL. Go do something else if that's what you would like. But hey, I bet there's plenty of other people in America that would love to be a running back and love to play for $10 million,
sure,
$11 million. I mean, hey, is it right? Is it fair? It doesn't matter. It's just the way the market is. I mean, again, things go in cycles. Maybe in 10, 20 years, maybe it goes back to a running style offense. Right now, it's a passing league. All that money's going to the quarterbacks. All the rule changes are for the quarterbacks because, just like baseball, you want to invite viewers. And how you do that, you're not going to do it with 3 yards in a cloud of dust. You want, 49 to 42 shootouts.
Well, apparently one of the reasons why all these guys got together, and there was about 12 of them, I believe, that were on this call, that there was a concern about some agents who were creating false expectations for other running backs by dumping phony salaries into the back end of contracts. So, I mean, and again, this is one of the things they did without their agents in the call. And I guess it's just kind of like when an agent goes and says, well, hey, so-and-so's doing this. And they're like, well, wait, what? Hey, so now it's like, is this really happening? No. Okay.
How about this, though? Running backs, poor me, you're crying foul. Well, hey, what do you think Lorenzo Neal and Mike Allstott and all of those fullbacks, who wants to be a fullback in the NFL? Oh, wait, they don't exist anymore.
Not technically.
They don't exist. So it's the way of the world. It's the way that football has evolved over time. I mean, you don't think in the coming years that you're going to try and find more Travis Kelce type players than you will, Tyreek Hill outside of the speed? I mean, you're going to look for, again, the game is going to evolve. If you can get a guy that's 6'4" to 6'6", 230.
Tyreek Hill's going to always play.
I'm not talking about speed. I'm saying the fact that he's 5'11" or whatever he is. You're going to look for Travis Kelce type bodies through the evolution of the game. I mean, it started with Belichick in New England with the 2 tight end set. You don't think everybody's has been going to that?
It's a copycat league.
Over the last decade.
Here's what else I'm going to ask Jason. I'm going to ask you this as the resident football guy. Can you see the game at some point evolving to the point where the position of running back is no longer a thing, where it's more of like a jet sweep and a shift a wide receiver to a back? Could you see them doing that, more of a hybrid position? I would say probably Christian McCaffrey type of setup, where they're not really running backs or wide receivers that they can put in the backfield.
You're always going to have a need for a running back. I mean,
but people said that about fullbacks for years. You always need that lead blocker.
No, fullback's a little different, but
part of the extra blocker.
A lot of those fullbacks, so like Allstott ended up being just a featured running back.
He was a tailback with a big body.
I mean,
Christian Okoye,
Peyton Hillis. Think about
you're still going to have the need for running backs. You're still going to have situations where you need 4th and an inch, or and you're not wanting your quarterback to do it. Or I just can't see him being obsolete. But it is salary wise. I think their time is gone.
Because they have such a short shelf life anyway, because they get beat up so bad.
I was listening to ESPN today, and they were talking about it on 101, and they said, why are we going to spend all this money? People keep thinking, the guy at Dallas, Zeke. Well, he's, Dallas thought, he's going to be different, though. He's the one that's going to make it past 30, blah, blah.
And now he's already lost his job.
Yeah, these guys aren't doing it. They're not, and
it's not Adrian Peterson anymore.
Teams are not going to spend.
There's no Roger Craigs. There's no.
You're getting 4 or 5 years out of guys, and that's a lot.
Well, I mean,
if you're getting 4 or 5,
the other thing is, you're talking about contracts. Outside of maybe Patrick Mahomes, how many people have won Super Bowls that are past their rookie deal as a QB? Mm-hmm. Russell Wilson, rookie deal. You go on and on and on through the different lists. And again, because you're trying to maintain that quarterback. But look at the whole issue is that you're going to pay Daniel Jones, $40 million or $50 million, whatever he got. And that money, you could say, who's the better player for your team, the QB or Barkley? Arguably, probably is Barkley. However, who's going to be with your program longer? And that's going to be the QB.
Yeah. Well, Jones is not good. I don't.
Right?
Well, look at outside of.
But the problem is there's just not very good elite quarterbacks out there.
How many elite quarterbacks really are there?
That's exactly right.
I'm with you. I don't understand. Some of these running backs are elite running backs, and we're not paying them. But then we'll pay mediocre quarterback
Kyler Murray.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I said, outside of 4, 5 QBs would you say are the upper echelon of these are the dudes? 5.
Burrow,
Mahomes, Burrow, the guy from Chargers. I think he is
Hebert.
Yeah,
Herbert,
and Bills. And the Bills. Josh Allen. 5, that it? Are you going to throw Aaron Rodgers? There's a reason why Aaron Rodgers...
Yeah, you did.
There's a reason why a 39-year-old...
Hurts is that at that next level.
He's right there. There's a reason why there's a 39-year-old Aaron Rodgers still playing, and he's going to New York, and everybody's like, the Jets are finally maybe going to go back to a Super Bowl.
Rodgers,
39.
You watch.
Tom Brady, 45.
Yeah, I bet Rodgers has a good year.
And he might, but...
He's got weapons around him, but the
issue is, why is a 39-year-old playing? And to what you said, Jarvis, is the fact that the other guys around aren't really that good.
No.
Maybe Trevor
Yeah,
Lawrence
they went out-
eventually gets
Trevor
to
Lawrence
that.
is going to be
he's gonna
good.
get the Jets went out and got a 39-year-old guy to replace somebody that they drafted second and are paying a ton of money because they drafted
Look
him
at the
second.
49ers. You
They
got
have a-
Mr. Irrelevant who's going to be the starter versus,
Trey
Trey
Lance.
Lance. who they got
and
with their,
Garoppolo.
And, well,
Yeah,
he's
they
gone.
traded
He's
him.
gone.
Yeah,
they did
He's
trade him.
gone.
That's right.
But
That's
the
right.
fact that you draft, so that goes back to me. It's like this. I mean, my opinion. I'm going to use the quarterback in the same exact way that the running back is, and I'm going to say
If I'm a
going to
GM,
go get.
if I'm a GM, I'm doing what you're saying.
I'm gonna
I'm going to get a receiver, a tight end that are absolute studs,
Right.
And then I'm going to have a stud defensive end,
right.
You know,
I'm going to give me a dual threat quarterback.
Yes.
And if in 4 years he can't walk anymore, hey,
I get someone
great,
else.
I get somebody else because that's just the way it is.
Not relying on him for eight.
I mean, I'm not going to pay him $50 million after his rookie deal.
Well, yeah.
And-
I mean,
and
what are the
You
Chiefs
won't
going to
find
do?
another Dan Marino in the league anymore.
Well, yeah,
I don't
and
know.
these teams
I
are
don't
getting
see it.
these teams are tying all their money in their quarterback, and then they can't put no one around them after that.
No, and then everybody can play. See, that's the other thing, and I don't understand it. You guys remember, I'm simple. Is that
That's what I heard.
I don't understand
Foreign
how
producer
you
said that.
sign a contract that says you play for so many years at this salary. Why? How have they created leverage?
Because
to sit out and all of a sudden get new deals.
Because
why is their contract not null and void?
No,
and say,
no. I can answer this. I can answer this question because they don't have guaranteed contracts. So it's the same reason they can say, well, you know what? We signed you to a 7-year deal like they did, like Joe Flacco's deal or whatever, and then they cut you. They don't have to pay you. So a player can go, okay, well, I'm not going to play. So whenever I'm in my prime and you need me, you're going to pay me for that little bit of time
here's the problem.
before you cut me and take your cap hit.
But here's the problem, but then you can. I mean, Barkley can end up being Le'Veon Bell.
Might be.
That's the chance you're going to take as a player. If you say
you gotta
I'm
bet
going
on
to
yourself.
sit,
Bet on yourself.
Well, I know, and then if it backfires,
If you're the upper echelon, like say a Saquon Barkley, do you think he's going to make more money on his football contract, where he's going to basically only at max get half of what the contract is due to his agent, due to taxes, all that stuff, or if he's smart enough or his agent's good enough, hey, go get me Subway, go get me insurance, go get me all these other sponsorships, go get me Nike, go get
Life
me
insurance.
Acting career after the
Go. That's where I'm going to
TV
make my
deals.
money. If
Yeah.
I'm the elite dude, hey, I'll take.
Well,
the,
So you're saying those guys? You goes. They're using their football time to build a brand for
Exactly.
what happens.
yeah,
after
Barkley
football.
should just play, and then do what you're saying. He needs to get his money.
The
Otherwise,
players messed up. I hate to say this. What the NFL players should want, they should want what baseball has for their players. Instead of having a franchise tag, because that limits how much money that they can make. It's like, okay, well, here's our market value. Here's what you're going to make for the year. And that number is totally different than a quarterback franchise tag. I would say the team control stuff, yeah. And you go to arbitration, yep. And then you can hit free agency after your fifth, sixth year.
I'm not going to bring it up. I can't wait to talk about arbitration here in a minute.
But
when you get to the baseball stuff.
That's exactly what I would do. But if I'm an owner, like you said, I'm not going to spend money on a running back when I can plug you in. You're going to have probably 12 carries a game, 12
Dude,
carries through the tackles, maybe whatever. Doesn't
when
matter.
I get a 7th round guy and he throw him out there and he rushes for 1,000 yards.
Sure. Why wouldn't I?
Saquon.
I don't have to do that. I wouldn't draft a running back any higher than 15th overall. I don't care.
So here's my question: does this trickle down into college?
It has. The college
already
game
has.
never
High
has.
school it has. I mean,
Has it?
You run the ball.
I mean, look at high school. I mean, they're throwing the ball all over the place. But a lot of high schools.
Okay, let me finish the thought. Does it trickle down to where, hey, I could be this 5-star running back, but instead, no,
I can throw.
But if I can throw, or hey, put me out in the slot, I want to be a receiver. I don't want to be a running back anymore.
Yeah.
I don't want to be a running.
I do think you're going to see that. I think you're going to see kids that were running backs way back when that could be like, I want to play quarterback, coach. I want to play quarterback.
I want to play receiver.
Hey,
I want to be a receiver. They don't want. I mean, think about it. The positions that are making the money in the NFL are quarterback and receiver, and then on defense you have corners,
edge rusher.
corners, and your edge
Mm-hmm.
rusher.
In fact, that's now a position. When you see on the NFL draft, they're an edge.
Yep.
They're not DNs anymore. They're edges.
Yep.
So true.
I mean, like I said, I go back and if I'm a running back, like let's just say the Michigan running back, just because I was watching the Big Ten Media Days today, I'm thinking this guy probably would have been maybe, let's call a first round, second round, if he would have been drafted, a high draft pick. But he and the tandem at Michigan are staying in school. And then I think, wait a second. They're probably making more on their NIL deals as a running back.
They are.
They're going to it.
I bet you money right now.
Why would
they're
they?
making more with their NIL deals than what they think they may make. So why would you go?
Then you throw into the collegiate
see more
level.
Guys stay now.
But
I
then,
do.
Here's the other kicker. Then you look at the collegiate level. Guys get insurance just in case they get hurt to protect them for the draft. Now all of a sudden that insurance, if you're a running back, that's down because it was the guy from South Carolina, D end.
Clowney?
Yeah, Clowney. They talked about when he was in college. Thank you. He got. I mean, he had like at the time $5+ million insurance policy if he ever got hurt. Million at the time because he was going to be a top draft pick. If you're that running back, that ain't happening.
$5.5 million is chump change to Saudi soccer. I'm just saying.
Silly. Truth.
Yeah.
We're
in quarters
we've
in
said
the seats of their car.
Even Kyle Bohr's watching now. We've said soccer enough.
You missed it.
You missed all the soccer boys.
Go back on YouTube and watch it.
That was
I'm surprised you didn't talk about
signal, and Kyle came.
Talk about the women's soccer.
No, we're not.
God,
We're going to go to
commercial.
It's time for a commercial break just on that.
It was a tie. Who knew in soccer? It was so riveting.
It was a dominant tie.
Whatever.
By the Dutch.
Hey, all you people that are watching, please stay for this third segment. I think there's going to be some fireworks. I do. I think there's going to be a lot of talk.
Don't worry.
We're talking baseball. We're going to get to the.
Oh, here we go.
What is? I mean, dude, have you seen all the Arenado stuff?
Okay, can you just wait? You gotta go to commercial.
It's called a teaser.
I know, right?
That's all he gave was a tease.
All right.
Whoa.
You just.
He didn't call you a tease. He said that.
I gave a tease.
So, in terms of the iceberg, you just give it the tip. This is the tip of the iceberg.
Tip of the iceberg.
Tip of the
That's
iceberg.
Right.
Absolutely.
Go to break.
Kevin, send us a break.
We got to go to break now.
Now, the Rails Media.
I'm a tailgater tailgating to get to my tailgate. Now, it might not get me there any faster, but hey, it gets me ready for football. Let's tailgate.
I can't go anywhere.
But you're so busy watching me tailgate that you don't see the one in front of you. And your cut rate car insurance, it might not pay for this. So get Allstate and be better protected from mayhem. Like me.
Mayhem is everywhere. Are you in good hands?
Imagine an HVAC as unnoticeable as the air itself. Sounds pretty good, huh? The new Daikin Fit. Air intelligence.
Give Home by SMCI a call today at 636-337-4444 or email them at service@homebysmci.com.
Hey guys, it's Jeff from Case and Bucks, personally inviting you and your family to come check us out. We've taken over ownership back in September. We've made some great positive changes, got the same legacy wings, got some amazing pizza, some awesome burgers. Hamburgers provided by Kenrick's. We'd love to have you down. Come check us out. The beer's cold, the air conditioning's working, and we're looking forward to seeing you all. Take care.
For 24 years, really enjoyed being a basketball coach. When I retired from coaching, I decided that I wanted to get back into the media world. I look at it from more of a coach's point of view. I love to showcase guests. I love to tell their stories, not just locally and regionally, but nationally as well. Joe Namath, Kurt Warner, Patrick Ewing, Katie Smith. Not just talk about their accolades, but what they have given back to the game, what they've given back as leaders in their community. And I want people to be able to listen to my show and to be able to take that into their life. They're going to be able to live their life like a champion. That's a show right there that I feel like is worth listening to.
All right, everybody, and welcome. If I can push the button, there we go. Welcome back to another
It's that big red one.
The big red button.
segment of the coach's box.
Yeah.
It's not the big red one. If you know it, if you never run this thing, you know what the hell it looks like.
Well,
so I want to hear it.
You do know.
Yeah, I do know.
Switch.
I know how to push the button.
Obviously, you did know that one time for sure.
One time I did. Yeah.
Evidently, he never pushes the buttons. That's what I'm hearing.
Who are you talking to? So appreciate you guys tuning in. Don't forget for the low price of $25 a month for you and your business. Doesn't matter. You can sponsor the Coach's Box. It's really, really cheap. You can do other sponsorships for other things that cost a lot of money. We just basically want money to help you sponsor your business, and it just helps us keep the lights on here and keep providing you with entertainment.
Now,
Zach, you have something you want to say?
I do. How many followers on Facebook?
Facebook? Oh, we got like over 1,600, I think.
Okay, so for anybody that wants to sponsor,
ask YouTube.
I was going to. How many?
3,000 something.
Yeah, on YouTube.
3,000 something.
So I'm not good at math.
Well, it's a lot. I know.
How many?
We've had this
It's almost
discussion.
5,000.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you get a lot of people watching your stuff, and that's what we're at.
I didn't carry the one.
Hey,
I didn't carry the one.
thousands of viewers.
Thousands of viewers. Yeah,
And we're not lying.
I know. Hey, and when
Are
people
you trying to say other people are?
I'm just telling you, thousands of viewers.
Hey, and what's funny is people go back and actually watch this later, even the ones that are a couple weeks old.
You mean I don't have to go behind a paywall
No,
to
you
watch
have to
it
watch
later?
behind the paywall, brother.
And let me tell you something. They watch it maybe not once. They go back and watch it 2 or 3 times because they think something's funny about it. So they go back and watch it again.
yeah,
I want to show my son this. I want to show my
Blair
Hey,
said that.
hold on. If they ever want to say I want to show my son this from this show, I don't know.
Well, some of them might. Some of them might.
Yeah, I don't know if that's a good idea. That's not a very good parenting move. But anyway, you can sponsor the Coach's Box, and we appreciate all of our sponsors and their support.
As 5 educators sit here. Yeah.
That's right. We just sit around and talk about whatever we
2
want.
admin, 3 teachers.
One.
There's 0 admin here.
2 admin of the highest rankings, right?
No.
I am not admin.
Zach doesn't even know who this admin is, apparently. He didn't read the piece of paper it tells.
Zach can't even spell principal.
Hey, Zach was probably like this.
A PDD? What the hell?
Pissy.
That was such a great picture.
Oh,
It's turned into so many memes.
That's like the favorite picture. Of
No,
you,
the one
man.
where he's sitting on the bench.
Oh, that one's good too.
That was from last fall, wasn't
No,
it?
no,
back in his Grandview days.
Could have been. There's a couple of games
There's
this
a couple
fall.
games this year he was sitting at the end.
Well, those have. He was more denim at
He
that
had his
point.
jeans on. Yeah.
Like when your grandparents transitioned into the comfortable
Who
clothing.
was it? I was
Zach.
watching film at my house one night.
Here he goes.
I don't remember who it was.
He says it tells the same story all the time.
And they're like, they both have denim on.
Grandpa,
Yeah.
Grandpa,
Yes,
we
they
have
do.
already talked about this on the air.
I don't care.
The Velcro shoes and everything.
I wish I
right?
had some Velcro
man.
shoes.
Those are called orthopedics.
Orthopedics.
Well, I mean, yeah,
Sure.
those would be nice. I mean, then I wouldn't have to be so worried about reaching down and tying my shoe anymore. Just throw them, dude.
So I'll introduce
back
I'll introduce our segment since Jason teased it so much.
Why Sebas Arenado?
So as you can hear from Jason yelling
It's not even on
into
those
the microphone,
It is now.
it's not.
Well, I've got a microphone, so you're going to listen to every word. I have to
And I will say it so loud that no one else can be heard.
Okay, go ahead and say it really loud. So
That's disgusting.
wow, we're talking about the iceberg. So
Literally.
as Major League Baseball's trade deadline it gets closer and closer, the Cardinals are just this enigma of craziness. Nobody knows what's happening. Nobody knows anything of what's going
Arenado's
on.
gonna look good in Dodgers uniform.
Let's really quick talk about
Gross.
the return of Adam Wainwright. The Cardinals and their complete lack of a bullpen blew an opportunity for Wainwright to get closer to 200 wins. And the reason I think this is important and it pisses me off because I don't think you're going to see a lot of guys get 200 wins anymore. You're going to have a couple of guys who have the opportunities to do it.
He'll get it.
And nobody else.
He's gonna get it.
At some point, they're going to probably move him to the bullpen or, hey, throw out of the pen, get a win at this point.
I'm telling you, the only way they can.
Would you want to do that if you're Wayno?
Yes.
I want my 200 wins,
Get 200,
damn it.
I'll do it.
I'm just
Especially
telling you.
when I had a bunch of schmucks blow it for me.
Here's what I'll tell you.
Yeah.
Giovanni freaking
If I'm the
Gallegos.
Cardinals right now, I'm going to start him on every home series I can.
I'm not.
Because that's going to get people in the stands
I'm not
to be
starting
there.
him to get a win. I'm going to let somebody pitch 3 innings, and he's going to pitch the 4th, 5th, and 6th to get that win.
He only has to pitch one.
But
As long
I'm
as
just
they have a
saying-
lead, but
but
then he better be
yeah.
blowing somebody out. That's all I'm
Yes.
going to say. Because
Yeah.
he had a 5-1, 5-2 lead,
5-2.
5-2 lead. Went pitched
He
5
pitched
innings.
pretty darn well, too.
Pitched well, yeah. And I heard him talk about it
runs,
Wednesday
2
on the
runs.
radio, and he felt really good. It's the first time this year he felt like he had stuff. Like
Kind of
dude,
funny
what?
how cortisone shots do you.
Well, you didn't want to get one.
He got a shot.
He didn't want to.
He
get
didn't
one.
want to, but he felt he had
He had
to.
to.
He had to. It's like,
Yeah.
hey, but because they asked him, he said, "Well, why'd you go from doing like he's supposed to do a simulated game and bring him back?" And he's just like, "Well, Hudson was supposed to pitch. They had to pitch him in Chicago, so I just flat out told him like, don't waste me. I don't want to go and throw to my teammates and do all this other crap. Just don't waste me. I feel good. I'm healthy. Trust me." And he said, and I like this though. He said, I felt like I've built the trust because when you tell the truth,
Yeah.
the people you work with believe you.
Yeah.
And he's like,
You always tell the truth.
He's like, I always tell the truth. So guess what? I feel good. I can pitch. I can give you what you need.
He pitched well.
You go 5 innings, give up 2 runs with the crap defense behind you that we have and whatever. They should have just held on for the win. No, we had to blow it. Now it's a tie game, and then he didn't get the win. So he's at what, 197, 198?
198.
He's 2 freaking wins. I don't think he's going to get it.
He'll get it.
I don't think he's going to get it.
Yes, he will.
Well, I hope he does. I just don't
What is
think
there,
he will.
60, roughly 60 games
I'm
left?
Have you not watched the Cardinals play?
I'm speaking it into existence, and we're hitting the long ball.
Yeah, how's that working out tonight?
Tonight it sucked. Tonight we got screwed by some umpires.
Well,
they all
Hudson
suck.
had to,
Robot umpires
Hudson
wouldn't
essentially
have that
had to
happen.
start today
Yes.
because
Yeah.
Hudson came in and what, 1 out?
Michaelis
One out in the
Michaelis
first?
had
2
thrown
outs.
14 pitches.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I would throw it. Michaelis, you're going to start tomorrow.
Yeah, I would too.
why not?
They were. That's a lot of the. Well,
I would save the pen. Go ahead and start, bro.
Yeah,
Yeah,
do it.
go give me 6.
I sure hope so. He's on my fantasy team, but
That didn't work out too well. Did it?
no tonight.
When's the last time a major league pitcher started consecutive
And
days?
Contreras is my catcher.
Well, I'm sure
That's a good trivia
Tampa Bay
question.
probably did it with their opener thing at some point with the same person.
I don't think they do that, though. I don't think
If they threw an inning in consecutive days, I think Romo did it once when he was in Tampa Bay.
I want to look it up.
You were watching it live, right?
Yes.
Zach's going to look it
That
up
was
right
the
now.
first time since 1907 that a Cardinal pitcher got thrown out in the first inning like that.
And in 1907, he pitched one pitch before he got thrown out.
What did you say after the one pitch?
That's what I wondered.
What did you call him, Kevin?
After hours.
Oh.
Yes.
I don't know. Normally Blair says those words, so let him say it.
No, never said
No,
that.
you misunderstood.
No. Dude, I don't know.
they already tell you you look like
looked at each other and we just busted. Like, did he really say that? Yes, he did.
And so on top of all the bull that's going on with Wainwright, I think this year's been just a total disservice to him overall. And he hasn't pitched well. They should just let him get healthy, not pushed him, and then just brought him in second part of the season, and he'd probably been dealing and playing, as good as a 40-year-old pitcher can. Again, there's a bunch of guys who just can't hit still. Okay, so he would have been fine. And would have got his 2 wins already, and now it's celebrating the fact that Wainwright's done and whatever with this season. But the Cardinals in the trade deadline stuff, we covered it a little bit last week when we had the deal or no deal. The fact is, I don't think anybody in baseball knows what the Cardinals are going to do.
No, they said that.
And that includes the Cardinals.
Yes, I'd agree.
I agree. They said that on 101 today, and I was like, they're right.
The right team calls.
The Cardinals are going to deal Flaherty. Nope, the Cardinals are going to try to sign him, and if they can't, then they're going to deal him.
Well, and then I heard today,
they're going to deal Contreras.
A lot of that crap is just crap.
It's posturing.
Yes, and we're trying to get the best back that we can. We're going to deal some people. But if they deal this Arenado to the Dodgers crap has got me so fired up.
He's very pissed about this.
Yes, I'm pissed about it.
I just wanted to go ahead and put it out there.
I'm going to admit on air from last week, I want to eat crow.
Uh-oh.
We have to keep Gorman. Do not trade him. I said trade him.
I told you not to.
No, we can't.
Keep him.
We got to keep him. And what? Okay. Modern. Get that son of a buck off our teams.
Good save.
He wanted to. So
Donovan's hurt now.
I don't care.
I know. I'm
Gordon
just saying.
plays second all time. You don't move him.
Contreras is your DH.
The other day.
Contreras is DH.
No, Donovan is your DH because he can't play in the
Bring
field.
Win up.
DeYoung has to play every game because we're dumb. We won't bring up one of the greatest hitters in the freaking minors right now in Mason Wynn. We're stupid.
Can he field?
Oh, my
Just
God.
a grade. Yeah.
He's a lot better than Motter. I can promise you that.
Is he better than Gorman?
Kinsner just homered again.
Kinsner's like, hey, trade me, bro.
Please trade me.
Trade me.
Trade me. I'm sick of
He's
sitting here
probably
with
like,
three.
play me.
Kisner's juicing.
He's probably.
Well, he's going to play now.
How stupid is it? We have 3 catchers. No,
they put Herrera down.
Yeah, they sent Herrera down.
I know they did.
Bring Motter up.
Yes.
I hate.
This guy's a good dude. Probably he's probably like the most likable guy.
Hate I just
he's like the Kirk Cousins without being good.
He's like Cosma.
No. A lot better than he was.
Pete Cosma sucked too, and we kept bringing him up.
No.
And
Pete Cosma was a starter.
Modern does not.
Times better than
What?
Hey, why don't we tried Contreras in the outfield? Why don't we try maybe an outfielder in the infield? I don't know. How about that? Hey, there's
Jordan Walker.
Contreras.
there we go.
Why don't you put Jordan Walker back where he should be and bring up an outfielder? What a great idea!
Well, that's why they want to trade Arenado.
That might happen. You trade Arenado, you just move Walker back to third.
Shut up.
If they do, me and Jason are on the same page here. I might go all Randy Quaid, Major League 2, with the big, the Cardinals logo and just a big circle and cross through them, because that is the stupidest thing. You trade you steal him You fleeced the Rockies for him. You traded Gomber. I don't even know if he even pitches anymore.
He does. He's one of their better pitchers.
Wait.
And some other guy who sucks. And then they paid his salary for a year.
Hey, Kyle Bohr's finally chiming in. He hadn't watched this in like 10 weeks.
Oh, I know. Every time I start talking about the
10
Cardinals,
weeks. I guess at
jumps
least
in.
a year.
He says,
That's because he's an admin.
Yeah,
now. He
admin.
can't watch
He's
it.
at least a year.
Yeah, that's an admin.
he probably has to report anything that's said.
You are wearing your Herky stuff, so there's a chance.
Or you're the new admin. You got to watch the show this week. Take notes.
So he said,
They'll never suspect
he said,
it.
Jarvis, calm down. Arenado's not getting traded. I'm just going by the reports. And when my cousin from California says, Arenado, I'm like, Christian. Nah. But he says, they don't want to start the clock on when. I am so tired of the clock starting BS. You
don't pay him anyway.
You started clock on Albert Pujols, who ended up being one of the greatest players ever. Start the clock on win.
And then
But if
the
they
big
The
trade
thing-
only
him,
reason why Pujols came up is because Bobby Bonilla got hurt. If Bonilla doesn't get hurt, we don't even know. Pujols may not be Pujols.
trade DeYoung, bring Wynn up,
Who
and
you get-
move
wait,
on.
Well,
wait,
he's
you
saying
can't trade
DeYoung
DeYoung
didn't
right now.
play. He said DeYoung didn't play today, so he's getting traded. Okay, I believe it when I see it. I think we're going to try to re-sign him like
No,
we are
won't.
Hicks.
We will not.
Are you kidding me? Look at the guys that
will
we
not
could have
sign
gotten
him.
instead of him. He has outperformed all of them.
Yes, agreed.
He has outperformed
Hicks?
all of them.
No, DeYoung.
DeYoung. We need to get rid of
DeYoung.
DeYoung.
I still don't want a shortstop that's going to hit 212 and hit
He's
18
hitting like
home runs.
238 right now.
Oh my gosh!
Shortstop.
20
your best
points
player.
higher.
I'm not saying I want his sorry
He's
butt.
so
We
good.
got the guy hitting like, 400 down in AAA?
That's what I'm saying. Bring his butt up. Why bring up this modern, I'm sorry, long-haired, hippie-looking dude? He probably should have been on Days of Confused.
He was probably in that movie.
All right.
Here's white trash.
Joe Dirt. With Days of Confused, one of the two.
Man.
Give him a freaking baseball glove.
Dang.
So I agree, though. Why we got this clown? The only reason we have him is he's the DFA guy.
He's cheap.
He's cheap. There you go.
No, because
cheap.
when you run these guys out of options, then they got to pass through waivers, and every other team's going, we don't want this guy. We don't because we got to put him on our 40-man.
Well,
and then we got to drop somebody else. I
it's
mean,
so stupid.
He is occupying a 40-man spot and going up and down. And he's getting DFA'd, and every team has passed on him
It's
three
supposed-
times. 3 times.
Okay, and we keep starting him. That's the other thing. It's
What's 29 times
dude,
3?
I don't care if it's the best left-hander in the league. Gorman is playing effing second base, and he's staying there, and he's not leaving. Well, I mean, why? And until Edmund and these guys are healthy, he needs to be your second baseman. If you're not going to bring Wynn up, but if you bring Wynn up, then that can change. Then you put DeYoung at second. I don't care. Or you trade his sorry ass.
rid of him.
Whatever you're going to do. But Mason
We
Wynn,
already had the deal or no deal. They should
Mason,
just trade
I
him.
know, but I know we had that episode.
Do
but
we have DeYoung
I'm
on that
still
list?
there. Yes,
Was he?
we said I'll get rid of him.
Well, no, there was one guy we didn't have on the list.
Gorman. Oh, we didn't.
No, Gorman was
we
on there.
split
No,
that.
it was a
Did you put
pitcher.
Arenado
It was
on
a
that list?
pitcher. It was
Lipitor.
it was a pitcher, wasn't it?
Lipitor.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we didn't have Lipitor.
Lipitor,
Well,
you can't trade him. We're still trying to find out if he was worth the
We're
rating.
reevaluating.
So bad.
Who was it that we?
It was
last week?
Lipitor.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
thank you, Kyle. I'm glad as an admin in my district you agree with me on something.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow.
Hey,
Hey, he's a good dude, man. That's a good administrator right there.
Jarvis, it was really nice to know you at Herky. I'm just saying.
What? I'm just saying. I'm glad he agreed.
do you teach theology? I think there's a theology over here.
Well, if you say God enough,
But I mean, it's just insane that you're not bringing Wynn up. I just don't understand.
they're not going to do it for that exact same reason. That whole
Hold up,
start
bring
the
him up
clock.
in September when you don't. It's
No,
still-
you-
No,
you
there's no
won't.
expanded rosters
You
anymore.
only get two. You only get 2 spots.
2, but
You
it's
get
not
2.
like where you can bring in like the whole 40-man up anymore.
Yeah, that
Well, I mean, there
that
ain't-
changed with the new CBA
Well, then
about
he would.
4 or
Then
5
they'll
years
bring
ago.
him up. He has to come up.
Maybe.
I doubt it.
Maybe.
I doubt it because
They're
then
only
that's
going to
saying-
bring. They're only going to bring guys up that either
Have.
if they're going to bring them up, they're going to get them playing time. And if they're not going to bring someone like Wynn up unless they're going to play him.
If they trade DeYoung, they have to bring him up.
If they trade DeYoung, they'll bring
I think you're right.
Bring Wynn up and let him just play the rest of the game.
I think you're right, Jason. I think they're going to keep DeYoung. I think they're going to probably get rid of Tommy Edman and or Donovan.
They have 2 player options. They have 2 club options on DeYoung. So they're going to, if they keep him, they can just decline his option and be done with him.
Well, while we're
done,
and
see ya.
This is totally different.
Get nothing for him.
On the
Bye-bye.
Same. It's on the Cardinals, but
No way.
arbitration.
Oh,
we've ticked off a bunch of people with arbitration. We're not like other teams that will sign a guy so he doesn't get to arbitration. We want everyone to get to arbitration, then we'll sign him. Blah blah blah. Guess what? Players don't want to do that. Players get ticked. Players want you to say, yes, we want you. We want to sign you. So what are all the other players looking at? Why are we not getting players wanting to come here? It's because of the way we run things. It's because of the way we run arbitration. The reason why they're wanting to trade Helsley is because he was ticked off about arbitration too.
So was O'Neal.
And so was O'Neal.
That and he
how
gets hurt a lot.
treated all these yes, he gets hurt a lot.
Flaherty.
But
Flaherty
O'Neal
was
was ticked off about arbitration, and what's the first thing that happens? Oh, he's not hustling, blah, blah, blah. I don't even think that it wasn't that he was not hustling. That was just a bunch of crap.
Arbitration is an insane thing from a player perspective because you're going into a contract negotiation with a third party. You're saying what you did well, and then you have to go listen to your employer say everything you do
did
badly.
Yeah.
Even though they say you're our guy, you're our guy.
You're our guy,
that meeting.
we're in arbitration. You sucked at this, and this.
You're going to be our guy, but you're held together with duct tape, so we're not going to pay you that much.
I mean, until Mosaic's gone and this front office is gone, I don't think we're going to be able to get the Arenados anymore or the Goldsmith. I just don't think we're going to get them.
Well, I think you're right. I think you're right about the arbitration stuff, man, because nobody, and that's the bad thing about it. You know, nobody wants to go in and listen to all the stuff that you do wrong from the people that are telling you that you're the guy. That's why a lot of teams do whatever they can to avoid arbitration if they want to lock these guys into long-term deals. You remember Evan Longoria when he was with the Rays? They signed him as soon as they could to a 6-year deal to get all the way through arbitration and get his best years, and to make sure that they had, hey, we're committed to you. And then they got into free agency and it changed. But
as a player, you want the team to commit to you. I mean, you do.
But when we sign long-term deals, a lot of them have been bad.
Yes, they have
Scotty,
been.
bad. DeYoung, bad.
Well, yeah.
Because we avoid...
All those
No, I'm talking about the
Fowler.
guys that we have.
Oh, you're talking about okay.
And then we signed them to the extensions to avoid arbitration. Everyone that we've done in the recent history of the Cardinals has sucked.
Carlos Martinez.
But when we get down to it, are we really losing anything by letting Helsley go?
A guy that the one guy on your roster that throws 100 and gets swing and miss.
Not if you still have Hicks.
Go get me an outfielder that's a top prospect for a guy who throws 100 because we need some damn outfielders because we keep putting the infielders in the outfield.
But he's also a guy whose shoulders always bother him at some point every year. His forearms and his arm is
They're
always
all going
hurt.
to. You throw that hard, something's going to go wrong with you.
Again, that's
duct tape.
Just like on the football side of things, I'm going to wear you out. And then
I can go find somebody else that can throw 100.
Wait, Flaherty gave up
Except the
10,
Cardinals
10
don't
runs.
pick those guys
10 runs
now.
that one game. I can't remember. Who were they playing? The Angels, maybe? Yeah, it was the Angels because Ohtani killed him. He gave up 10. I was just going to let him go out there. Hey, you're going to eat it, buddy.
Yeah.
I need 7 out of you today. They should be until they get rid of him. I'm pitching him 7 to 8 innings, 120 pitches. Flaherty. Pay attention, Jason. Damn it.
Sorry, I was reading Rhodes' comment on here.
Who cares? Coach Rhodes, it'll be on there when you want to read it.
Kyle Boers.
Oh. So I'm just going to wear these guys out. If Montgomery, I am not pulling him after 6. You can suck so bad. I don't care. I need the innings. I'm going to save my pen. Whatever. You let him pitch. Why not?
Well, he doesn't want to be here. He's
no
flat out said he
who does right now?
But
Hicks, I guess.
But I mean, honestly,
when did Montgomery say that?
He did say it probably about
No, I
4 to
doubt.
5
I don't
weeks
I'm going
ago.
to say that
he
any
said
player,
that.
no player is going to come right out and
His
say,
exact
I don't
words
want to be here.
was, I don't want to pitch somewhere where I'm not wanted. His exact words was.
Well, then that's not saying that he doesn't want to be in St. Louis. If St. Louis wants him here, they resign him here.
But they did not have any talks with him at all. They've had no talks.
What? Wait, what?
What did you just say?
You didn't say talks.
That was not talk.
But
That was not talks.
Literally, that's what his exact words was.
Well, but that
That
also
was his exact
What
word.
was
that
his
is
And
the
it
MO of
wasn't
the
talks.
The MO of the St. Louis Cardinals is generally not to do in-season contract extensions.
Well, wait.
That was in the spring, early spring.
How's that working out for us right now?
It's not.
Maybe we should try
That's also-
something different.
We
I
are.
think
We're going to try
Mosaic-
sound Hicks.
Well, Mosaic is, and Flaherty apparently, but Mosaic has come
That's
out
a
and
bunch
said
of bull
he's
crap.
kind of done some things where he's like, oh, I guess we're going to try to get away from the idea of getting contact pitchers, pitch to contact guys.
They
and we
were
need more,
saying that,
we need
yes.
more swing and miss guys.
But-
which means that somebody said, I'm thinking probably somebody above him was like, this ain't working. Do something different.
Yeah.
Well, they have to.
Who's
Base-
above him? DeWitt?
The wallet.
Baseball's changed.
Has it?
The hit the contact stuff was okay for a while. It's not right now.
His
not.
contact stuff was fine when you had elite defense.
We don't have an elite defense, so
Yeah,
you
we're
can't
one of the
do it.
worst
That
in the
and you
league.
can hit spots. I mean,
Yeah.
that's the other thing.
Yeah.
People don't have any control
Everybody, hey,
anymore.
they're just throwers. They're not pitchers. That's the thing, man.
How about all we talk about is this? We have an incompetent manager right now. Like he has
Oh, he's
no
an
idea.
idiot. We've already said
He has no idea what to
he's
do with
so
this
dumb.
group. Has no idea.
Wait, what can you do with it? You got again. Mosaic says it's not Ollie's fault. He has the players. Hey,
It's somebody's fault.
It's not.
Whose
Whose
job to make
Whose
chicken
fault
salad?
is it?
Hey, it's his job to make chicken salad.
That's right. That's what he gets paid for.
Hey,
Okay, dude. They keep bringing up Taylor Moddert.
You don't have
He's
to
a
play him.
professional.
If you don't.
He's
Hey,
a professional.
hey,
Shut up.
Are you the
paid
manager?
for this crap?
So am I, but that doesn't mean
Hey.
anything.
If I'm the manager, I'm sitting his butt.
Okay,
I'm
so-
not playing him.
That's my say.
But he has
does
no
not know-
spine. He is being
Well,
told what to
puppet.
do.
He's on that puppet.
what was
He's
that?
on that
Jeff
puppet?
Dunham.
Yes, he is.
he got-
100%. He tells you what you want you to
He's
say.
giving out what?
Waldorf and Statler at it
What,
again.
what is he giving out?
I'm gonna shut my arm and work your mouth like a puppet.
If I wanted to hear you speak,
But his
Great
lineup
movie.
every single day is garbage. His lineup is garbage.
Dude, when they not
Pin the tail
not
on his arm.
today- not today's lineup.
you can't tell me we don't
Not-
have a good group of guys on that roster.
Well, no, it's
don't.
not.
Offensively,
our
we're
runs,
fine.
It's
Yes.
not that. It's not.
it's
we're-
our pitching
We're
that's bad.
scoring runs. It's not.
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
It's
we
our
only
pitching.
got 3 today.
Okay, but I'm,
It's baseball.
we are scoring runs, yes, but
It's our
not with
pitching.
certain lineups we're not.
Well, I was going to say. So you know how they do the lineup on 101.
Yes.
So not today, but yesterday I was
Oh,
listening
yeah,
to
that
it,
was so bad.
and they were like,
Ripping.
and they were basically saying, "What in the hell is this lineup?" Because
Rest days. You're in Phoenix when it's 120. Yes, they play in a dome.
Realistically,
I get all
you
that.
you
gotta
cannot
have
play
rest
the
days.
same 9 guys every game.
no, I'm not
All
saying
year.
that.
No, but I'm gonna play the guys who
But
are
it's
my
a di-
guys.
But
I
no,
would love
but
to see
Mater
what-
should not be a
how
starter in the
different our
lineup 3
lineup.
days in a row.
No,
No, not
it
like
shouldn't be. It should be
3?
once every 5 or 6 games he starts.
Hey, the only reason I'm bringing him up right now and
Get it-
playing him is
Sunday-
because somebody is being traded.
Thursday
Yes.
day games. Day getaway
Day night
days.
doubleheader.
Getaway days.
Hey, so it was Donovan DH, Goldschmidt at first. They pulled Goldschmidt and put Burleson at first.
Yep.
Arenado
God,
was at third.
they love some Burleson.
DeYoung took Arenado's spot, and they played DeYoung at short, and then moved your boy Motter from short to third. Contreras
So
obviously
Motter
didn't.
started at short.
Yes. Contreras left the game, so Kisner took his spot. O'Neill, who was 3 for 3 tonight with a walk, so he was on base every time.
Bro, Neil, baby.
Walker was 0 for 4. He was playing left field. Gorman's hitting 7th in the lineup. It's 0 for 3.
And that's the other thing they talked about on,
He goes from
on
being
101 too.
third
As the
to
way that
7th.
Walker has had it like I was listening to it. I went to Dunn's to buy some fish and stuff, and I was listening to it, and they were talking about Walker, all the different positions he's batted in. It's like, dude, he needs to be in the top 5 or 6.
Yeah, he
And
was one of
leave
your
him
best
there.
hitters.
And
With Gorman.
And they
Yes.
said our outfield's going to be O'Neal, Walker, and
Carlson.
Newt, right?
Newt, whoever.
Okay, so if that's going to be the three, why is Walker sitting out a game?
Never.
You already started the clock on this dude. He needs reps. Why is he ever sitting? Maybe 1 out of every 10 games. He needs to play every
20-year-old.
freaking day.
He's a 20-year-old. He's healthy. He's
Hey,
fine.
I got him for another 5 years, buddy. I'm going to play him as much as I
I
can.
know. And,
A year
and
ago.
even the ESPN guys are like,
Carlson hit 8th, was playing center, and then your boy Motter started at short, and then moved to 3rd, and he is batting 9th.
Yeah.
Hit it $147.
I never thought I would say this, but I think Carlson's getting a raw deal in this whole thing.
Really?
Well,
You got to be healthy.
Last year they said, "Hey, Carlson's safe. He's not going anywhere."
Over your
we
cold,
would
dead
never even looked at him trading him. We were not going to trade
He's the
him.
4th outfielder right now, if not 5th.
And we're really not giving him a chance.
Hey, trade him right now. Just get rid of him. You're not going to play him anyway. You got all these other clowns that can't play. You're playing Donovan in the outfield. You're playing Edmund in the outfield when they're healthy. You got Newt Barr, who you didn't see coming.
We're just playing anybody anywhere.
And I'm going to play Newt Barr.
Because of management.
Because his numbers are better, and all the
And
analytics
they talk
are.
about how Newt Barr is such a great clubhouse guy. Like
Yes.
there's nobody in the clubhouse that doesn't like the dude.
So I'm gonna keep him.
And I think that's probably the same with Donovan.
Yeah.
But Donovan is not an. I don't think he's an everyday guy. I think he's the guy who you play in every. He's a utility guy for a reason.
He's the old style 1990.
He's not an
utility.
So Taguchi.
He's not an.
He's
no,
a So Taguchi
no,
was an
So could only
outfielder.
play
But he's a-
left
but
field.
he's- But he's a kind of guy that you can come in, bring him in situations. He's going to get something done.
No,
for
but
you.
Donovan, you could play anywhere. Donovan is not an everyday guy, but Donovan's a 4 out of 7, 3 out of 7 days guy.
I would say-
and he
yeah.
might play 4 different positions during the week.
Yeah, but he's the kind of guy you
you
do
don't
that
need
with, and you plug him in. So when you have listen, with the DH now in the National League, why are you shaking the lineups up so much? It's like, listen, Arenado needs a day off. Okay, put whoever in, just slide the lineup up. Or move it down, and then you just plug somebody into a DH. Or you know what? Hey, no, you're not going to play the field today. So now you're the DH, and somebody else is playing your spot, and we just add them to the bottom or we plug. Just plug guys in. You can keep the same. It's like, listen, as basketball coaches, do your players want to play like 7 different spots? No. I want to know where I'm at. Football would be the same way. Every sport is the same way. I want that consistency. There's no consistency with this lineup. There's no consistency with this team. Gorman's hitting 3rd
Manager.
for a couple weeks, and then next thing you know, he's hitting 7th or 8th. I'm going to put him at whatever spot and say, it's yours, just hit.
Well, and here's what I don't. Here's what I don't understand. You have experienced guys like Goldschmidt. He's batting the same spot every game.
No, he hasn't, though, because he's hit 3rd at times.
2, 3.
Arenado's been
It's
clean
2
up.
or 3 most of the time.
Most of the time.
But what I'm saying is, if you're going to move someone, you can move someone like him, Goldschmidt, or Arenado. You don't need to keep messing with these young guys.
No.
Yeah. I want to come to the. I'm Jordan Walker. I want to come to the clubhouse on the day of the game and go, oh, I'm playing right field, of course. That's where I should be playing. And, I'm batting 6th. Oh, I come the next day. Right field 6th. Come the next day. Right field 6th. It shouldn't change.
I'm batting him probably 5th.
Well, I'm going to say.
Well, whatever. I wouldn't say I was just
If
saying.
I'm
what you're saying.
if I'm going to go like 5th, 6th with those two, I'm going to go Gorman 5th, Walker 6th.
Yeah.
So you have
Yes.
that right, left,
Yes.
right at
Right,
some
yeah.
point.
Because you're going to. But again, it goes back to they don't.
And I take the analytics and shove them.
Yeah, but that's not happening.
That wouldn't happen ever again, probably.
That's over. The only way that happens is if they get somebody else.
You
who's
can use them, yes, but
president of baseball
we're using them.
operations.
We're using them too much.
No, our manager's making decisions based on splits and numbers and just saying you're a dude.
Magic
Go out there
8
and be a freaking dude. Okay, you're a guy who can hit. Go and freaking hit. Gorman, hey, the lefty's pitching. You're just going to go. What? I'm not going to move you down the lineup. You're just going to hit. If I'm not changing it and we have our same guys playing every day, which we don't, I'm going to just keep rolling the lineup over, and I'm going to use my utility guys, or I'm going to use the modders of the world to give a guy a rest. And that's it. Everybody else knows where they are going to be every single day.
Modern shouldn't be
Show
on
up
this
to
team.
the ballpark, like Jason said, and I know where I'm playing.
Well, Jason, you need guys like the modders to fill in rosters. Modder will at times, because of injuries, see time at the major league field. He shouldn't be starting 3 and 4 days in a row.
That's what I'm saying.
But to say that he shouldn't be on the team, I think is unrealistic.
He shouldn't be. He should not be.
They're not bringing up Wynn and letting him sit. If Wynn's not going to...
you bring him up and you play him.
But Modder is a product of all the injury problems that they have and having to move guys up and down. He's the only guy that you can run out of options and say, well, we got it. He's healthy now. New Bar's healthy.
The DFA is an option.
I'm going to DFA him. Nobody's going to claim him. He's going to take the assignment back to Memphis, and when we're ready, we'll just bring him back up because we can drop him back off the team whenever we're ready to. If you do that when you run let's say a Win, let's say use Win.
I know why they're doing it.
Or a DeYoung. And you bring them up and they don't have their options and you drop them down, somebody's just going to pluck them off your roster and you don't get anything for them.
I get
But let me ask
that.
you this. There's a bunch of people, they're talking on 101 yesterday morning, actually, that said, these guys that are getting hurt, well, they're not consistently playing. So they're getting hurt because they're playing 2 days, they're off 5. They play 3, they're off 4. So they don't really get in any kind of rhythm. Their bodies don't get in any kind of rhythm. So they're subject to injury because they're put in positions where they're not really going every single day. Like they may take 3 days off where they don't even see the field, and they're not involved in because they're playing every single day. So if you're not involved, are you working out that much? So there's a lot more injuries because the guys aren't consistently playing on a daily basis.
Yeah, I've said that for, as long as we've had the show. You go with the Blues.
It's been a while.
With the Blues, with the Cardinals. The medical staff just hasn't done a good job. Because it's the same medical staff, and
yeah,
I know
they're always I don't know that it's all the medical staff. Let's face it. Like Elsley is someone that's going to get hurt. Freaking Bro Neal is just a player that's going to get hurt. They are.
I don't know that.
I don't see the same.
You have those kids in high school that always have something. They're hurt. Then the next week they're sick. Then it's this. Then it's that. Then it's this. Then it's that.
Then then they didn't do a good job evaluating.
Yes.
and saying that, hey, you know what, that's a guy that we don't want.
Yeah, I don't want somebody that's going to be hurt every 3 days.
Should have never picked him up.
I just think it's a struggle because I don't think we're putting guys in positions to have success on a daily basis. So we're putting guys, in certain spots that maybe they're not, suited for that spot because, hey, we haven't put them in that position, but once every 5 days. Well, how do you have success if you play once every 5 days?
I don't know. I really had some epiphany while we were sitting there.
Oh, boy.
Epiphany?
Well, that's a
is it
big
epiphany?
word.
Or
you're talking
that's
about
a good
hurt.
Catholic word.
Trade. I hope he does trade Arenado.
You're talking about being hurt, and
we got in the mo.
We got a little bit of time here, and I brought this up. Yeah, right before we had the show. I said, hey, Joe Burrow goes down with a non-contact injury. We've beat this dead horse with the Cardinals ad nauseum, and I go back to this. Why?
Me and you are going to disagree, but go ahead.
Okay.
Yes.
Why do you have to have all of this time of in pads where all this contact, and yes, Joe Burrow, hey, he went down with a non-contact, but it was live. It was live. It wasn't. He wasn't doing a drill. It was live, 11 on 11. You are a professional. You have made your way from Pee Wee football all the way through college. You know how to tackle. You know how to block. You know how to catch. You know how to run. All of that stuff should be cerebral. You should be in I'm just saying the office or the classroom.
Cerebral is not. This is where we're going to argue.
And then you can sit here if you want to run it on air. But to sit here and say, "Hey, I'm going to run 11 on 11."
That injury had nothing to do with them being 11 on 11.
It did. Did you not see the play?
Yes,
he
saw
had
it.
He had to move up into the pocket.
Okay,
because
and
the
he's going to have to do
around
that
him,
in a freaking game, and you can't just show up the start of the season and be able to do that.
Then
I
you
don't
do
care
it on
how many
drill
years.
work.
I don't care how many years you've been playing. You have to prepare to the season. You can't just show up on day one and say you're Joe Burrow and you can make those plays without practicing it at all.
You do it on drill work. You're on air. I'm not
on air is not the freaking same. Have you ever played football?
Yeah.
Because I question if you have.
I'm not going to risk my franchise player getting hurt when he doesn't need to be getting hurt.
They were not. He avoided.
He never should have been in the position to avoid anything.
Yes, he does, because you have to do it in a game. And you can't just show up and do it.
Again, you can drill it on air.
You can
drill it.
On air is not the. It is not the same, Zach. On air. So when you do offense, you just do it on air the whole entire time. You never run it against a defender.
I'm saying at this juncture of the season, when I don't want anybody getting hurt, it's pointless. It's pointless to get anybody hurt. That's my $1 million guy, my franchise guy.
So basically, you want to go helmet until season starts.
I'm just going to let you two do this. I'm just put you two
I don't
on
even
a
want to
split
go.
screen.
I don't even want to go
I'm just gonna
helmet.
chill.
There's no need. There's no need to do it.
Yes, there is.
Why?
Welcome to the Jason
Why?
versus
I think
Zach
hold on, time out.
version
You already
of the show.
ran ace right 42 waggle 50,000 times last year.
That was
It's the
impressive.
same play.
Split right
With the
double
Y
Z.
banana. You've already done it. You know it. If you don't know it from
Jailbreak.
year to year, then what are you even playing
It's
for?
not that you don't know it. It's that you can't just simulate that in a drill every time. You have to get reps against defenders. You can't just. It can't do it.
Can you? Okay,
I'm
going
risking
to say this.
my dudes.
Can you? Okay, can you run basketball wise? Can you run your offense the entire time in practice, drill wise, and then be prepared for it in a game?
Okay, so let me ask you now.
I'm just saying. I'm going to throw that out there in that sense. Could you run just your motion set, run flex for an hour and a half at practice for a week with no defenders, get to a game?
If you coach it up,
and don't give me the crap.
If you coach it up right, because if you give them if this happens, if that happens, if that happens, and you rep it that way,
You've met teenagers, right?
We're not talking teenagers. We're talking professional athletes.
I don't
That's
care.
their livelihood. They spend hours on the computer, on the iPads anyway.
On an iPad, it's not the same.
I understand it's not the same. I'm saying the risk reward. I'm not taking the risk. I'm not taking the risk.
So you wouldn't have any OTAs or anything. Just show up and freaking play.
No, you're not listening to me. Just like you never listened to me on the fall forward stuff. I'm saying.
No, you said drill it. You can't drill it all. You can't put every scenario in a drill. It can't. There's too many scenarios in football.
You can only run so many on defense. You can either go to the hash, you can go to the flat, you can cover this angle and that angle.
Segment,
That's
we need to
it.
go to the hash.
Oh my God.
What do you mean?
You need to calm down and go to the hash.
When did training camp start?
Russia.
I think it's this week.
Yeah, go ahead.
Was it this week?
Blair, jump in.
So my thought
David
process
Jarvis doesn't think you say enough. Go ahead and jump in.
So yeah, screw David Jarvis right now. Don't forget.
I think you're on your phone half the show too. But go ahead.
Well, I'm looking
I
at
agree
comments.
with him.
But the thing about it is, this is the first week of training camp. What should you be doing the first week of training camp?
Reading your playbook.
No. What should you be doing after taking the last 6 months off?
Don't say conditioning, because they should have been conditioning coming in as professionals.
You should be getting into play game shape. So there's a difference between
I just said don't say conditioning.
No, conditioning is different. You're not conditioning yourself for 6 months. Play game shape is what I mean by that is you're going out and doing drills that you would like running through drill stuff, not like what they were doing today. I felt like that was kind of really early in the whole scheme of things to be running those plays.
You go to any football.
Why do you need?
I'm not
why do you
saying
need 6
anybody's-
weeks to run through these plays? to start the season.
I'm not saying anybody's.
You're
I'm not saying
professionals.
anybody here is correct. What I'm saying. I'm saying you saw about a 30-second clip of a 4-hour practice.
Thank you.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what they were doing.
Well,
That's what I'm
I
saying.
don't think it's going to be a 4-hour practice on the field. I think
But
the
you
CBA
saw a 10-second clip of what happened.
And
today.
I saw my franchise quarterback go down on a calf strain. Hopefully, it's only a calf strain because
he could
had
have
to
been rolling
avoid.
out in a drill and went out on it.
And I'll
Could've.
take that.
It's
but what
the
I won't
same.
take. But
No one hit him.
listen.
Okay,
no one hit him.
So then you'll say at some point we should be drilling it. Oh, he went down. He twisted his ankle on a drill.
I'll take that over 11 on 11. And
The other 10 play. That did not cause him to get hurt. He pulled up lame.
because
He would have pulled up lame in a drill if he was running it.
You don't know that. You don't know it.
You don't either, dummy.
But I'm saying the risk is not worth it.
You are, yes.
No.
You have to. You have to
not worth it.
simulate game situations in practice.
So you know what?
I think they do mitigate these injuries in the sense during the preseason by not playing those guys in preseason games where they
Why
get
do
hit.
why do you rest the guys?
All right,
I've got to rest. I've got to rest so and so Monday,
all right,
Tuesday,
I'm
Wednesday.
I'm gonna use the stupidest analogy ever, and I don't really care.
I can't wait.
You have the opportunity to get in your car, drive really, really fast, and get into an accident and die, right?
Right.
You can get in your car and drive really, 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 really slow and still get into an accident and die.
You can trip and fall out of your garage door and die.
What is the similarity here? I got in my car and I have the possibility of something bad happening. I'm playing football, which is a sport of violence, and it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if I'm going full speed or if I'm not going full speed. The fact is, I am in the vehicle of football, and I can get hurt.
Then I don't want to hear you say anything about concussions.
I don't give a damn.
Then don't wear
You signed
helmets. Don't wear
So
helmets.
that's
Don't wear
stupid.
pads.
No,
Don't wear helmets. Don't wear
no,
pads. Because
no,
it's using the same analogy and
it's
just
not.
flipping it on its head.
goes to the
Because my car has an airbag. It has as much safe.
Then wear a cup.
Hold on.
Then wear a cup. I don't.
So you
but
do.
You try.
How
to
does that help?
mitigate
How does that
risk.
help a calf strain? I'm just saying.
I'm still,
not
I'm
wearing
still
his
gonna
cup.
go back to
But-
Kevin.
Little Giants.
What
right?
I'm going to say here in this is
I don't think that goes there. I don't think it goes there.
what I'm going to say is Chris is right. You have
you.
the,
I
but
like
what
that.
you do to try to mitigate those
Thank
is you
you.
do things to take precautions.
Thank you.
But you still have to practice
You don't
sport.
You don't hit the quarterback.
Don't
By
hit the
hitting,
quarterback.
They're not
minimizes
going to hit
injuries.
the quarterback. That whistle would be so quick.
No,
there's
you'd be
no
cut.
way.
You
You're
can
cut.
drill. Quarterbacks can drill for 3 hours throwing footballs and then Terra Labrum
Yes.
drilling on it. Does that mean quarterbacks should stop throwing footballs in
No.
practice?
Do they not put quarterbacks on a pitch count? Because all I heard from Aaron Rodgers the last umpteen years.
He's 39 years old.
Doesn't
Thank
matter.
you. That was awesome.
But why? But why?
'Cause
To
he's
mitigate his injury.
because his
To
mom and
mitigate
dad-
his injury.
39.
But you,
No.
and I'm
Okay,
gonna go
mom
back
and
to
dad-
So you saw the pitch
to
count
mitigate
because
his injury.
He's on a pitch count
My gosh.
because he was born 17 years before other quarterbacks.
But I'm going to
Well,
go back
what's
to
the
your
point?
comment, Kevin, that says that they don't need a condition. Well, guess what? These are professional athletes.
So they
don't-
should be conditioned coming in.
Why?
Why?
Do you not tell me that they can't go
Because
and take
they're
some
getting
time
paid
off?
millions of dollars.
So they can't take a time off?
No, I'm not saying that. They got 6 months off.
Well, let them take a 6 months
You can
off.
hit a gym 3
They're
times
not
a week.
taking 6 months
They're
off.
not taking 6 months
they
off.
shouldn't be, but they can take some time off to condition them back in.
Okay,
takes
so-
about 3-4 weeks to condition your
Oh,
myself
my
back
God.
So you're making my
off the
point.
rails.
in. Are we conditioned in every season in basketball
But
for
I'm
the
not
first
being-
3 weeks?
No, because we don't have
Hell
those.
no,
Because
we're
we
not.
don't have the players.
OTAs.
Because you're talking about high school kids that aren't getting paid millions
They're
of
also
dollars
playing
to
other
do
sports.
it, and they're playing other sports,
There you go.
and they have video games and jobs and other things to do.
They're chasing.
Yeah, I get it.
Cars.
But it's
They're
still the
chasing
same
cars,
concept.
very
You ha-
fast cars.
I'm
with
not
seatbelts.
expecting those guys to be 100% conditioned when they walk into the training.
Trying to find the tip of the iceberg.
Not doing it.
Pull up. Hey, if you look, you need to go back and look at the film. It wasn't
Dirty, poor white boy?
It had nothing to do with them being 11 on 11.
It was.
No,
because
he
the
was
tackle-
rolling out.
He wasn't
gosh.
rolling out. He went up into the pocket
Here we go.
because
Then
the
he
right
went out to
tackle,
avoid.
the
They got
right
it back on
tackle
there.
got
Split
beat.
screen.
He had
Let
to
him
come up,
Let him
And we
avoid
work
it,
drills
and
like that
sprint.
too. They work drills
And
like
I
that
would
too.
rather
So
if
he
he's-
could have heard it in a drill doing
Exactly.
the same damn thing.
But I understand that I'm agreeing with you, but what I'm saying is I would rather that happen in a drill, a non-contact where no one else is around, to make sure that my
You keep bringing
franchise
up non-contact.
dude.
He was never going to get hit. They would have never let him get hit. He has a red jersey on, and I bet you $1 million that everyone there was told if you touch him, you're cut.
I understand that. Then what about
So then it has nothing to do with that.
if they're not in the 11-on-11 and they're doing that scenario, he doesn't get hurt. Just like Jalen Ramsey, he's going to be out with his knee.
Blair,
Why? Because they have to go one-on-one instead of saying, you know what, do something other than contact drills or whatever.
Okay,
contact
So
drills.
you can't go one-on-one now either?
So they were both drilling. The offense was drilling at the same time the defense was drilling. They just had the drills too close together.
Hey,
That's the same
if
thing.
if you want, again, Miami. Hey, the dude that we signed lots and lots of money for. Oh yeah, we got you. What is today? Thursday. We got you 4 days. Now you're done for the year. I bet if we would have planned a little bit better, if we planned just a little bit better, we could have kept you safe. Maybe we could at least had you up to preseason game number one. But now we don't even get you.
How much money you got? I bet Burrow plays.
I'm not saying he doesn't, but
And
what
I
I'm
bet
saying
Burrow
is,
plays fine.
I hope he does.
I hope he does too.
Talking to the microphone
yeah,
now,
there's a
Riley.
microphone over there, Riley.
Sorry,
you know,
I'm
you
taking
can
a nap.
pull it towards you.
I had to wake up.
Listen,
I had to wake up.
It moves.
Thank you, Kyle Bohr. Second time tonight he's with me.
Wow, this is
He
a
also
new
Twice
record.
an admin has agreed with Jarvis.
He also did say Omaha earlier too. So
That was funny. I didn't even recognize it.
I get it.
Kyle-
You go back to Hard Knocks, and the Lions coach, he even said it. Guys, if we could do this was day one or week one, if we could do this without contact or however you said it, we would do it, but we can't. We've got to get ready. I understand that, but it's their job. It's the job as the coach. It's the job as the staff
There
to
is
try
there's
and
nothing
keep
they could have
everybody
done
safe.
to keep him from getting hurt there. You could have gotten hurt in a drill in the same exact situation.
But you didn't.
Right.
You didn't. You didn't. You got hurt on an 11-on-11
Oh, my.
situation.
Okay. How many teams opened training camp yesterday? Probably, or this week? All of them. How many?
And they all ran 11 on 11.
All of them. Some version
Every gosh dang one of them.
Non-quarterback contact 11 on 11. What is that term?
All
the
of
thud
them.
up. Thud up. All of
32,
them.
whatever there is.
So
32.
one quarterback got a calf strain, and we're making a big damn deal
Yeah,
about
it's a
it.
calf strain.
I'm just the whole issue was, again, we're having a debatable
Injuries
topic,
happen at sports.
It's been very debated.
it has been debated.
and the debate is,
You guys
do
are the
you
master
change,
at debating.
Oh my gosh. Do you change the practice?
No.
There he goes. Do you change the practice?
No.
You guys are the masters of this.
What? You didn't even want to. Oh my gosh.
No, you can go ahead and say what you. I'm saying no,
so
you don't change.
would you be okay if that was the second string quarterback that went down on this non-11 on 11 drill?
No. I wouldn't want any of my guys getting hurt
You're not
at any
get
point.
hurt.
I understand
Well, you know
that.
what? If
Don't
you
get
wanna
hurt.
get
Well, then
hurt,
write that
so
on the
we
board.
gotta
Gotta put it
so
on the
what
board.
drills do we cut and what drills do we not do? So we
Don't
only
get hurt.
we can only do 5-on-5. We can only do 4-on-4. We
Week
can only
one.
do 2-on-2.
That's my question. Why do you need to go 2-on-2, 5-on-5, 11-on-11? Why do you even need to do that?
because you have to do it in
Why?
a game.
This isn't the XFL. There's no one-on-one for kickoffs.
Don't play that crap. I'm not done.
This is not the Oscars. You cannot play them out.
You have to do
my.
it. That would be like here's a perfect example. I don't want my kids to have to
Hold on. We do Oklahoma drill now still in high school football? No, they take that out. Hold on. Do you actually go? Do you go live? Do you go?
I think some still
do. You
do.
go
They just
goal
call
line?
it-
Hold on.
they
Do you
just
go
call it
goal
the
line?
Kansas
they just
drill.
call it something else.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
Hold on. Wait. Or do you get the circle pad and then that's what you tackle through now in high school?
No.
Do you still go live and go goal line
Yes,
like
I
we
was
used
just
to?
I was just going to bring this up.
Some don't.
Thank you.
A lot of people don't. A lot of
Okay,
schools don't
I'm
because
glad
they
you brought
don't
this
want
up.
to get hurt.
So if I have to teach a kid to tackle another kid, once in a while we're going to have to go live. Because what's going to happen is if I keep telling the kid, don't tackle below the waist, it comes the game, guess what? He's not going to tackle below the waist. He's not going to do it. because all we've conditioned and practiced is everything's above the waist.
Hey, by the way,
tackling dummies don't have arms and legs that move, so it's hard to teach that with just a tackling dummy.
New St. Pius head football coach Frank Ray says you got to hit if you're going to play football.
Thank
the running
you.
piece is far bigger than conditioning. Football is a tough sport played by tough athletes. Prepare for it.
I get that, but I'm paying this guy $50 million.
He didn't get hit, so your argument's stupid. Did he get hit? Did he get hit on the play?
That's the title of the show.
Because
your argument is stupid.
Because you're stupid.
Hey, episode 150, whatever.
Answer the question. Did he get hit?
No.
Okay. He would.
Well, you can see the drill was 11 on 11, and the right tackle got beat.
Can
and
you
Burrow
guys
had
just
to
do your own
go
podcast
up?
and call it your argument is stupid and then just do this? No one else is on the show, just you two arguing about whatever else.
Well, you can see how he got hit.
Lisa, my blood pressure is fine.
Is it, though?
The vein on your forehead is not.
Well, I mean, you played varsity football in high school?
Oh, my gosh.
Yes.
Okay,
You may have played for you at Crystal.
I played. Okay.
He may have played
for you at Crystal.
No, I'm not that old. I played for Bob. I wish we had Bob Holman. Bob Holman, by the way, wants to be on the show. So we need to bring him on.
If we need to just have like a guest list.
No,
of
Bob
people
Holman would be awesome.
Old school. We go Bruce, we go Allen, we go Winkler, we go Holman, we go.
We got to get another.
We just wouldn't be on the
Helms.
show.
Sure episode.
Helms and Holman. That's what we got to do.
Sure
Yes. Helms and Holman. Anyway, what I'm saying is we hit each other every day, and we won a lot of football games.
You
Zach.
also now.
We also
lost our starting quarterback my senior year. In one of it was in a game though. Our running back completely blew his assignment on our passing play, and he got clobbered and broke his collarbone. When we went to our second quarterback, we still made the Final Four. He did not get hit. It was a
Freak accident.
Yeah, it was something that he has to do anyway. He has to practice.
If Drew Bledsoe doesn't get hurt, we don't have Tom Brady. Guy's going to get hurt.
Trent Green and Kurt Warner.
There you go.
And you know what, Frank Ray, that was awesome. What you said is correct.
Hey, if
you hit every day in practice, but now
we
forget.
Model that.
But
I
you
mean,
forget a lot of stuff now. I'm just saying, there's a cause and effect here.
Guys, again, you do everything you can not to have the guys get hurt. If they get hurt,
my whole
mitigate
debate.
the
That was
risk.
but you're
my whole
still doing
debate.
the freaking drill.
But you still have to do the drill.
So
Gosh!
don't, using Chris's analogy, don't get in the car and drive. Just ride a bike. Walk
Then
one-on-one.
don't do it with
the
the
helmet.
franchise
One-on-none.
guy.
helmet.
Just walk
So
to
the
school.
franchise guys just show up on the game day.
Don't they do that anyway in a regular season? They have days off while everybody else is practicing. Everybody else is practicing. Hey, you're not practicing
this is the
today.
first week of camp.
So you mean to tell me Joe Burrow magically forgot how to step up into
Can you
a
guys
pocket?
have this argument another time? Like, we're over on 2 hours
Does
now.
it
We've been
matter?
doing this. Yeah, it does.
Why? It's free.
You know, well,
It's free.
Tanya must have said it. The window must be open.
No. I got my daughter at home, you goober.
My bad.
Shouldn't she be in bed? It's after 10.
Well, she's probably waiting on me. Jeez. Anyway.
Fatherhood.
Yeah, no, right? All right. Appreciate you guys tuning in for another episode of the Coach's Box. Yeah, I'm going to cut this one. Sorry.
Cut it because this argument's stupid.
I mean, like, we're cutting this argument short.
This one may not even end. It'll just cut it off the end of the episode.
Cut the end of it off. It's only the tip of the iceberg.
I was waiting for that.
Wait for it. Well, thank you guys for tuning in. If you made it this far, I'm
Hey,
sorry.
thanks for contributing, Blair.
Yeah.
Hey, anytime I want.
And
Maybe 5 words all night.
Hey, he's
What?
healthy,
Oh
so
my
when
gosh.
you get laryngitis, because you talk so much,
Oh my
he's going to
gosh.
come in.
He's still on
It's
his phone.
insane.
I am.
Again, appreciate you guys tuning in for another episode of the Coach's Box. We'll see you all next week, maybe, unless we get kicked off the show.
Quick, come up with something else to stave this off.
What?
Say something else. Anything to
Something
make this
else.
last longer.
Something else.
Come on, Jarvis, yell out
And
something.
have a good night.
Oh,
See you
Jarvis already
guys.
lifted the mic.